Peace and love, peace and love. Now rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy, Don Kalam. Also known as Malik Kalam, and as always, prosperity is your divine birthright. I'm in the building. I do have J Mabe in the building with me. And I'll just mute. I'll mute when it's time for you to talk. I'll just mute myself. You are a co-host. So we're not licensed attorney tax experts. We do this for educational and informational purposes only. The title is called Bills of Credit. And this is pretty much a broad topic, all right? But I'm going to break down my definition of bills, bills of credit, bills of exchange, starting off. And then I want Jason to talk about some of the things that's really been bringing up people to our attention of really what's going on. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I appreciate everybody we met with in Orlando. That was pretty lit. I love the crowd. I love the interaction with everybody today. I love being able to be connected with business owners and people that have been applying the knowledge. And to some it seems easy, and they're coming to us just for validation of certain things and getting private. But I appreciate everybody sharing their stories so they know it's possible. Like one guy, what do you have, like 15 cars? He got no money down, hasn't paid any down payments. Shout out to Junior. He goes by Junior, 360 Innovation. So bills of credit are documents similar to banknotes issued by a government that represents a government's indebtedness to the holder. They are typically designed to circulate as currency or currency substitutes. Bills of credit are mentioned in Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1, also known as the contract clause. And this is the same Article 1, Section 10, government can't interfere with a private contract. But it also states the United States Constitution whether the issuance by state government is prohibited. Now, this goes under the bills of exchange, bills of lading, bills of exchange, if y'all want to look up things on your own. So a bill of exchange is a written order used primarily in international trade that binds one party to a fixed sum of money to another party on demand or the predetermined date. Bills of exchange are similar to checks and promissory notes. They can be drawn by individuals or banks and are generally transferable by endorsements. So what's going on every time you get a bill? This is a bill of exchange. And then we usually send them more bills to take care of one bill. But a bill of exchange is a written order binding one party to pay a fixed sum of money to another party on demand or at some point in the future. A bill of exchange transaction can involve up to 3 parties. The drawee is the party that pays the sum specified by the bill of exchange. The payee is the one who receives that sum. The drawer is the party that obliges the drawee to pay the payee. That's a lot of ease. The drawer and the payee are the same entity unless the drawer transfers the bill of exchange to a third party. So the drawer and the payee are the same entity. Keep that. Okay. It's always you. I like that. When you go to a restaurant, you say, check, please. So you got to understand a bill is another form of a check. I know I'm going fast. I'm gonna let Jason take over shortly. I'm gonna let him add on because there's certain things I want to talk. So literally, I woke up with Jason, and this is literally what we went to. We woke up, and this is what we were studying this morning. They're called munis. And these tie in together with the zero coupon bonds as well. Municipal bonds, this is how governments are created. This is what's funding governments. Private, we call it subdivisions. That's considered of a smaller government. These are coupon bonds, okay, taxable bonds. You got sound now? All right, sound good? Sound good? Crystal clear? Okay. So, a zero coupon bond, also known as an accurate bond, is a debt security. Let me say that again. A zero coupon bond is an accurate bond or a debt security. Make sure y'all hit like, subscribe, and share everybody on the Instagram. It does not pay interest, but instead trades at a deep discount. And I want y'all to understand this, what's going on. So a sole proprietorship is also known as a sole trader. A sole trader, also known as a sole proprietorship, is a simple business structure in which one individual runs and owns the entire business. So anytime you're getting a bill, they're sending it to the sole trader. They've already used your credit. And where I'm pulling this from is you just I talk about this a lot in my classes, probably for the last 2 or 3 years. But this is where I'm pulling out where my, if you want to fact check where I'm getting my information. The Social Security Trust Fund owns a significant portion of U.S. national debt. So the government operates off full faith and credit, and that's what municipal bonds run off of as well. Full faith and credit. You got to understand that. A revenue bond is also a municipal bond. So instead, general obligations are backed by the full faith and credit of the issuer, which has the power to tax residents to pay bondholders. And a specific incident that we talked about this morning, was how Walt Disney created a city and they taxed the people who pay mortgages there, the residents. Because this is how they're getting the tax. They're getting it on mortgages, stuff like that. That's what's paying for roads. Y'all got to understand that. Mortgages and things like that, that's what's paying for your roads. General obligation bonds. There's 2 types of bonds: general obligation bonds, revenue bonds. This is what's paying for cities. Highways, so you see right here. Construction of highways, bridges, or schools. And trust me, I got J-Mabe in the building. He's a contractor. It's insurance claims and stuff like that. Y'all love insurance money, right? Because they know it's legit. It's going to get paid. So I want you to know taxes are not paying. Well, I guess in a way taxes are paying for this, but it's coming from your property tax. They're finding a way to tax you. And this is real money. When you start learning bills of credit correctly, this is real money. U.S. Treasuries and securities. Treasury notes, bills, and bonds. This is lawful money in their system. To them, gold and silver is a future contract. You got to understand these are private contracts. Social Security Trust includes the federal old age and survivors insurance and federal disability insurance. These are private contracts. This insurance, this Medicare, these are private contracts. This is why the government cannot infringe on it, because you're signing up for it. So municipal bonds, I just want to bring that up because this is the credit that the city is this is where they're getting the credit from. All right. Now let's go back to the zero coupon bonds. Now this is when you hear about this 1099 OID process, this is how you got to file the 1099 OID process. This is how you have to do it. We talked about redemption today in Orlando. I have Craig or somebody that was in Orlando speak on that if they wish to speak on it later about redemption, because we talked about redemption. All redemption is accounting. You want the true redemption manual, you need to go grab Can't Touch This by Don Kalam. This is the true redemption manual. You know I have to add a commercial break, okay? If you got the book, just hold fast, okay? Go grab another book. So this is it right here. Can't Touch This by Don Kalam. This is the real redemption manual. And this is what we talked about today, and I'll let somebody else talk about it with you. But all redemption is redemption of coupons and bonds. You got a gift certificate, go redeem it. When you get a bill in the mail every month, that's like a gift certificate. It's a check. You can write a check, right? A check is considered a banknote or a bank draft. This is a form of fiduciary money. So you can understand it's a check to you. And when you send it back, they create the account for you because you're deemed illegitimate. How would you put this word? I know, but I want them to know that they're retarded. So how can I tell them that? Yeah, quit acting like kids.
The minor's account that somebody else.
You know what? I'm gonna let you ready to take over? Talk about it, and I'm gonna get back to the zero coupon bonds. Yeah, let me mute myself.
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, those bills, whenever you get them in every month, that coupon at the bottom, if you want to redeem it, the bill needs to have the name of your trust on it. So instead of your name being on the bill, it needs to be the name of your trust. So you just call up the power company and tell them, hey, I want to switch the bill over and take my name off of it and put it in the name of my business. And of course, the business name is a trust. The number identifies it. And then your power bill will come to you and it's got the name of the trust on it. And now you can deposit the coupon at the bottom because it's a check. It's a what is it? Investment every month that's coming off of the security. The security is the application that you sign that they sell on the market. So they're sending you an interest check off of that you're supposed to deposit and credit your account. So actually, we're doing it wrong. But there's different ways that you if you're going to do a car, you can just take the car title that you've got and sign it over to the trust. Just like if you were selling it to somebody else and you're not getting paid for it, you're donating it over to the trust. So then the title will come back and it's got your title and it's got the name of the trust on it, and they'll give you a tag that's tax exempt. You don't have to buy any more tags or anything on it. So that's how you do a car. But if you're dealing with a house or a mortgage, you've got to have a deed of trust recorded in the county, and then you have to transfer the property into that trust. So you have to use a quitclaim deed, or if you're using an attorney, it's a warranty deed. So there's different forms that you use, but see, you're dealing with the county land recorder, so that's the bank. When you give them a trust document, they're creating an account. And so they give you a page and book number. That's the account number. So you created a trust and put it in the land bank. Now you need to transfer a property into it, so you've got to claim it. So you do a quick claim deed, and you list your name down as the grantor, and the trust down as the grantee. You're giving up your position and putting it over to the trust. So there's different ways that you have to change your properties around. If you're talking about a power bill or a water bill, you just call them and tell them to switch it. Thank you. That's my production manager, Don. He's doing a really good job. Does that make more sense for everybody? That's retitling an account. So that's really what you're doing, is retitling the account, but that's the definition of it for a power bill or a car. So there's different ways you do it.
Can you just summarize it what you just talked about. Just summarize it real quick.
That's how you're going to retitle all of your accounts, and it's going to put everything.
If you give a step by step, like a quick step by step.
A quick step by step, like how to set it up.
Yeah.
First, you need your trust documents, and then of course record them in the county. That'll give you a county recording. Now, some counties may not let you record it in the county unless you're going to own property. So if you don't have property there, you're probably not going to be able to record that trust document there. So if you're using it for a bank account, then of course you got to get an EIN number, and then you can set up a trust account locally at the local banks, but you can also set up a TDA account straight with the Treasury Department. That EIN number is the number for that bank account, but you have to set it up on their website, and then you can link it to your local bank account, whether that be a normal business bank account or a trust account, and then they just do wire transfers. And a lot of this stuff, when you go into the bank and you just start asking them questions, a lot of times they'll tell you a lot of this stuff. So, I mean, you really need to become friends with somebody that you work with in your bank, because they'll help you with this stuff as you're setting it up. That's how I learned a lot of it, really, was just going in and knowing enough to ask questions and getting to know some people at the bank. And then they started introducing me to more people. So it's not like they were hiding it, but we don't know the right questions to ask. And when you go in there, if they need a document filled out and you're trying to set up one of these accounts, fill out the document. You know, use your businesses and stuff to structure, because you're structuring a business. Does that make sense, Don?
I'm about to go in now.
I'll mute out.
Yeah, so I hope everybody get it. I had him repeat it for everybody. Summarize what he just talked about. But you have to understand. So I'm gonna go back to zero coupon bonds, because you're getting a check. It's like a gift certificate. You gave your Social Security. I would go back so you can understand. When you're giving this, the everybody calls it the Sesticate Trust, right? Yeah, fuck that. Excuse my language. Call it what it is. It's a Social Security Trust. That's what they know it by. Can't nobody dispute that. Who can dispute that they have a Social Security number? Hey, I have a Sesticate Trust number. You don't go on no bank saying no shit like that, okay? That's private information. This is to the public and the private. So you got to understand, Social Security Trust, you give them a number. Government operates off full faith and credit. You gave them the number, they access your trust. It's your royalty, really. But you're not acting like royalty. You're acting like a debtor. You send them the check back. I mean, when do they, tell me, when do they send you anything that has a negative account? It's never in the negative. They'll send you, hey, please pay this amount. You have to balance the books. That's a positive. When you understand, like your 18-year-old son, he's an accountant, he knows the stuff. But anytime there's a credit, there has to be a debit. You got to learn how to run the debit. And you went to the bank and took a debit out and paid it with some dollar bills. That's one way to do it. Or you can just write approved. Drop it in your trust account. You understand? Zero coupon bonds. All right. Before I even touch the zero coupon bonds, I'm gonna show you where it's at, on why it's important. Because people talk about the 1099 OID and they don't even know what it's an original issue discount. What are you discounting? You got to understand, in true accounting, You got to understand. I mean, start studying Series 6 and Series 7 training. This is what brokers go through. So, Form 1099 is original issue discount. The IRS form that you receive, if you must include an amount of OID as your taxable income. Original issue discount refers to the excess of an obligation stated redemption. There's that word again. Redemption. The redemption price. Jesus got bought with silver. And shout out to the homie. He gave us silver today. He gave us both an ounce of silver as a donation. Yes. It was from one of his companies, wasn't it? There I go. He gave me and Jason both one. The silver card. And a certificate of authenticity with it. Yeah, let's go. I like that. So, there may be an OID issue, a bond, debenture, a note, a certificate, or other evidence of indebtedness having a term of more than 1 year. OID rules may apply to certificates of deposit. Understand this, a certificate of deposit. Certificates are used to be deposited. You hear a gift certificate. This is a form of deposit. You can only do this for a minor account can only deposit certificates. And you need to understand, you see time deposits, that's like a paycheck. You got to understand, when you're doing things like this, you cannot hand down true wealth. You can only hand down certificates and notes, okay? You're coming back with a credit, all right? So you see, it's a long-term debt instrument. You got to understand a debt instrument. When you get a bill in the mail, that's a debt instrument. You deposit in the bank and you get a credit and it debits their account just like a check would anywhere else. If I have a McDonald's gift certificate and I go to McDonald's and use the gift certificate, that $25, whatever is stated on there, is coming from somewhere. Somebody's paying for something. So original issue discount, understand that word when you're dealing with zero coupon bonds. This is for some bonds are issued as zero coupon instruments from the start, while other bonds transform into zero coupon instruments after a financial institution strips them of their coupons and repackage them as a zero coupon bond because they offer the entire payment at maturity. Zero coupon bonds tend to fluctuate in price much more so than coupon bonds. They have to give you this check because they borrowed from your trust account. And this is how they're paying you back. A bond is a portal through which a corporate or government body raises capital. That says it all right there. A bond is a portal through which a governmental body or corporate body raises capital. When bonds are issued, investors purchase those bonds effectively, acting as a lender to the issuing entity. The investors earn a return in the form of coupon payments, which are made. Bro, the class should be over right now. If I did not just break this down, man. Understand, we operate off full faith and credit. We can go right here. Learn how the government operates. They operate off full faith and credit. All right, got you. He's ready. Tax pardon.
Good now? Look, the only way that you're going to find out if this works is if you set up a trust account and switch one of your bills over and take it into the bank. That's the way that you're going to find out that it actually works. And whenever you get outside, you're going to turn around and be like, oh, he was right. It worked. And then you're going to really be wanting to switch the rest of your accounts and stuff over. So just go into the bank and talk to them. And, set up a business account, set up your trust account, set up your TDA account and stuff at the Treasury, and then switch one of your bills over and take it in there and see what happens. You'll be surprised. I was. I mean, that's how I learned. They told me at the bank. If we're going to do banking, who do you think your best friend needs to be? You need to find one at the bank and start talking to them, because your friends can't keep secrets. So whatever they know, they're going to tell you. And if they don't know, they're going to call the people above them and find out. I mean, I watched my girl at the bank. She's a friend of mine, and that's what she does. When I need something, she gets on the phone and she starts calling other people for me to help me find the answer out. That's what they're there for. So, I mean, try it. What's the worst that can happen? You can say, well, it didn't work. We come back and keep watching some more videos. But, I mean, that's how you try to see if it works. And then, when you get into the tax stuff and everything, take that part slow so you don't jump into anything crazy. But that's not that hard either once you start to do it and see it work. Like I said, you'll be surprised. All this stuff actually does work. It is accurate. Somebody asked if it had to be an irrevocable or revocable trust. The way I look at that is I still have the choice of free will, so that's still revocable. So I made my trust a revocable trust. When I die, it'll become irrevocable because I can't make no more decisions on it. So that's why I did mine revocable. And you can always set up other trusts later down the road if you had just one particular asset that you wanted to leave to somebody. You could set a trust up, for that. This is just the start of the trust. Once you start to understand how they work, you may form many trusts down the road, but right now you're just trying to get your first one behind you.
I'm gonna all right, everybody, I'm gonna open this up for questions right now. I'm kind of left y'all hanging a little bit, I feel like, but I think the questions might clear things up. I'm gonna let Jason take the questions, okay? And then we're gonna go. It's questions for anything we went over today, and then I'm gonna stop recording because I got some other people in here. So we can handle the business fairs so y'all can understand that, because I definitely don't keep up emailing everybody back. So I want to let y'all know where I'm at with the business and where we're at and when y'all should expect things coming from Don Kalam. So I'm going to put it in. You can unmute yourselves or you can put a question in the chat. It's going to be for Jason.
Can you hear me? Q&A. Okay. If anybody's got any questions, stick them in the chat, and I'll try to do my best to answer them. Huh? Yeah, or you can unmute and ask a question.
Jason?
What do you do? Yes.
Hey, this is Shani out of Houston, Texas. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Okay, so I have an irrevocable trust. So I just heard you say you have a revocable.
Yes.
So do you think I need to create another trust and do a revocable trust, or?
Do you think you need to create another trust?
That's a question only you can answer, or give me guidance.
You can create another trust if you want to. Since you've got an irrevocable trust, just start with that one.
Okay.
Irrevocable trust just means that when you transfer assets into it, that the trust owns it completely. You're still in control of it. A revocable trust just means you can make more changes to it. But a lot of documents that you make changes to are behind the scenes at home anyway, so it's not that much stuff that you're actually ever going to put on public record anyway.
Okay. And one more question. Because this is all new to me. How am I supposed to transfer assets? Like, what are I'm confused. How do I transfer my assets to my trust so my trust can own?
Tell me an asset that you want to transfer.
Okay, like my 2016 Jeep Patriot that I just said screw them. I'm not making no more payments.
They might come get it.
Oh, it don't have a tractor. I'm already like 10 steps above. 10
All
steps
right.
ahead.
Do you have a title for it?
I don't, and I really don't even care about the title because the state, it's hard to go get a title, right? I heard, the state owns everything because I have plates through the state. You know, so as long as I'm able to drive my vehicle, I'm straight.
You know
I
that
can always apply for a lost title, I guess, but
if you have credit where you can go out and buy that and use your credit to pay for all of it, and when you sign the title or register it, you put it in the name of your trust. That makes it a private trust asset, and the state will issue the title, and it'll have the name of your trust on it. And then you can go and file the taxes and get the tax credits back. That's the way that we actually should be doing things. So on a vehicle, you need a title actually to have it titled in the name of the trust. So if you've got a mortgage or something like that on it, or where you had a loan on it, you got to do the tax forms and everything for that loan, that original promissory note, in order to take care of the note that was created. And then you get the title.
okay.
Then you can show that it's been paid with the tax forms. That's actually what the tax forms are there for us to use. We just don't know how to use them. And I don't know how to use all of them. I'm still learning some of those myself. So I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational purposes only because I'm really a lot of fun.
Okay.
If you've got some other assets like jewelry at home, if it's got a certification on it, then just put that on your Schedule A on your trust document. You just write it on there. If it's like a firearm or a gun, write the name of the gun on Schedule A and the model and serial number. Now you've got a document at home that shows that it's a private trust asset. So if somebody came up and said that you stole it, go get your paperwork from home and show them. Say, well, no, it's none of your business. It's private. I don't even have to show you this paperwork. If I just say that it is, it is.
Do you see these questions in the chat?
No. What do they do when they lock your TDA account? Call the TDA and see what you did? You did something wrong if you locked your TDA account. Don't be scared to call them and ask them. I mean, if you made a mistake, that's how you learn. Just call them and ask them.
Jason,
Yeah.
I've already done that. And what they said was that I claimed I tried to claim the birth certificate. And so my response was, according to Rule 222, I'm going to look at one of the beneficial owners of the birth certificate because I'm a name holder on the birth certificate. And so it's fine.
Look, if it doesn't make any sense what somebody is teaching, then don't waste any time on it. Period. If they say put dashes between your social security number or don't put dashes between your social security number, I don't care if there's dashes or not between the social security number. It's the same number. Come on in, Don.
All right, what's good, Chuck? Peace and love, Chuck.
Peace, brother.
Charlie, my man.
What's going on?
You're not the beneficial owner. Don't claim that shit.
All
the benefits are attached taxes. So you work for the beneficiaries is what you do. Because when you work for the trust, you get paid. Now, you can do this from a sole prop standpoint. It's when the sole prop comes into play. And then you kill the estate of the sole prop. The same thing with that's the same thing Tim Lawton was asking. Chase asked me for a death certificate. Do I create one? You can create one for the sole proprietorship. You killed that estate. You can go from that aspect. But you do what they do. They never claim it. These are their signs and symbols, so you can only control what you create. All right? You're due. You work for the name. You work for the company. That's all, because you got to understand trading with the enemy and all of that. So we never claim their documents. We never claim any contracts with them. You got to understand your ID is a contract with the state. Marriage certificate. I never say I'm married. I didn't get married in the state. I work for the marriage. You know, stuff like that. You can be a witness. And then Chief Amir and Nolan, if y'all want to add, go ahead.
Okay, this is Nolan. I would say that I wouldn't worry about the birth certificate until probably about 18 months to 24 months, and as you're in this stuff. Now, I would say that your starting point for this would be getting the business aspect set up first, right? Stop playing college football and you're still in the Pee Wee League, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's take a step back and take baby steps toward this, because you're just going to hurt yourself. It's going to be really difficult to do this paperwork when you're in prison for the paperwork. So just be careful in what you're doing, because the powers that be do label people such as us as paper terrorists. Okay, so you have to be careful and step lightly and make sure you do the stuff right. Now, if you see a guru telling you all this stuff, right, where's he coming from? What's his backdrop? What's his house look like, right? What does he look like, or she, right? You need to see proof of what has been done and what can be done, because without that, you can end up getting yourself and your family significantly injured. You don't go to war against a military that has cruise missiles and F-35s, apparently, that they can't find, but they have jet fighters and stuff that they can just, beat your door down with SWAT teams and all kinds of stuff. So let's be neutral. Let's be nice. Right?
So actually, what I was doing was going off of Rule 220.
Yep.
And so what you do, the question is now, could I do a disclaimer to reverse that?
So let me chime in. So I just want you to know, we don't use no Rules 220. I got my own constitution. I got my own tribal government. You got to understand that the government cannot go infringe with a private contract. So I just want to throw that out there through the Rule 220. I'm not claiming these documents. I work for the state. And as simple as that. You got to understand that. So you claim what's due, just like the government claims the credit.
Hey, this Chief Amir.
There you go, man.
I was just about to go ahead, brother.
So what you're saying, Don, is we're working for that special entity vehicle.
Yeah, it's a position. It's not you. It's a business. It's a position that actually can access the government. That is the government. The United States is a corporation, and it needs people to access the private government.
Yes,
they need persons, and that's what a person is: a corporation, persona, a mask. But go ahead, take over, Chief. You got this.
So how you have to understand this is that just like your corporation or LLC that you created, it's just like giving birth, right? You have a vision, right? You have a vision, and you give birth to that vision. You name that vision. Once it comes out, you name it, and then once you name it, you got the certificate, and then you attach the EIN to it. It's the same as the birth certificate and the Social Security, okay? That is not your documents. So because they're not, if you even look on the back of them, it says, if found, please return to its owner, and they'll give you the address, not your address. It belongs to them. And so that is a corporate vehicle that they have given us that we can use, that now we work for, and we can tell it what to do. Hey, I need you to go out here and gather, all this stuff over here and bring it back to me. And then that entity does that. Now you have to take control over it. This is what Jason and Don is teaching. You have to take control over this so that you do have control over it. Not own it, but control it. Because remember, the all caps name is an entity. So you want to control that entity. Just because you say you control it, but there's nothing on the record, there's nothing in the land, there's anything that says you control it, you look like a terrorist. And so like Don is speaking about is, when you have your own jurisdiction, whether through as a 508c1a or whether it's a tribal government, which is also could be a 508c1a or an unincorporated association, every document that you create, you control, you tell it what it is. And they cannot infringe on that because now you are the controller and the holder in due course of those documents. And then those are the things that you can get authenticated if you needed. Those are the things that you can put on record and give them a notice to say this is what it is. And if they don't dispute it, then that's what it is. So now that you have the authority and the power to operate under your jurisdiction, and they cannot come against that. You see what I'm saying? Because Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, you know, no state can infringe on public contracts. Everything with America is a contract. Everything is contract. I came into Walmart just now. I entered into a contract by coming in. You see what I'm saying? And so when we have to learn that and understand and understand that, then we start to know how to navigate. So with TDA, think about it. You said you was quoting these things, but why did TDA still close you? You see what I'm saying? Because they're not doing anything illegal. They're not doing anything unlawful. They're doing things exactly the way it's supposed to be. So it's something that we're doing that's out of order. And once we stay in order and we get our stuff in order and in line, then everything will follow suit.
Light bulb, I got you.
Yeah. Peace.
By the way, everybody, if you find this information of value, you can leave a donation on the Cash App via Gifted Guardians. And we do want to give a shout out to Dr. Gant. Jason's been talking about you a lot. Said you're the GOAT too. And then shout out to Chris Lane. We got a donation from her today. I just want to shout you out. Get a call with you tomorrow. Now I did see your question, Malik, so don't think I'm overstepping. He said he was able to remove the lien holders per breach of contract and they still repo the car. What are the options for educational purposes only? Of course, to better inform you to make a better decision. So, since there's no lien, but there is a lien, because you got to understand, the lien is going to be the security agreement. The lien is going to be the promissory note. You have to retitle first, and then put on the security agreement and promissory note of your own. That's why I tell everybody set up a holding company. We always have it's first in line, first in time. If I'm going to file a lien with anybody, you got to understand, UCC1 is just evidence of a lien. It's a financial statement. All you need is a security agreement. You redo it, which is with your holding company. Simple as that. And if you want to add anything, Nolan, Chief, Jason.
This is Dolan. I wouldn't really add too terribly much to that. I mean, you nailed it down just like that. But they repoed the car because somebody else has a piece of paper that says that it's theirs, right? And you have nothing to rebut that document, right? And the towing company is going to see that one that the company sent to the towing company and says, go get it. You standing there with the tow truck driver holding up a piece of paper of your own, they're not really going to do much until you add them to some sort of contract to hold them to it. But if you recorded those documents in the county, then that stands as law because it's not rebuttable, right? Because they didn't rebut it. Nobody rebutted it because it was on the record for a certain number of days, right? So they repoed the car because possibly the paperwork wasn't done exactly right. Now, if you did do the paperwork properly, I would say you could take that to either a conditional acceptance, or you can go and talk to the court to see about having your car brought back to you, right? And that's going to take a lot of time because now you're asking them for a remedy. You're asking them for assistance. And they're going to go as fast as they can walk, right? Court always takes time because the more time it takes, the more they can fleece your trust. So, can you get your car back? Most certainly. How long will it take? Probably more time than you want it to.
Thank you for that, Nolan. That's funny. You're talking about the tow. We went through a situation like that today. Anybody that was in Orlando today with us, do y'all care to elaborate? Y'all want to talk about anything in the bills of credit? Anything that you learned today? Because we did discuss some of this in class today. And Craig, I can make you a co-host too. If anybody, we do have a 508c1a trust expert. That's we linked with him today. We made a new deal today. I'm making you as a co-host, Craig. So, but he's part of the team. Our ministry trust expert. He's created plenty.
Sounds good.
You with us, Craig?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, you can introduce yourself and anything you want to add to the class or anything like that, because you're most definitely a certified gangster. And shout out to Keith Hopkins.
Yeah, definitely. No, it was a good class today. Everybody kind of put their heads together, and they understood, what the importance of having the trust in the beginning, and how Jason was discussing retitling. That's where the key thing is. When you create a trust, you want to get everything out of that Social Security number. You don't want nothing representing your straw man. And it's pretty simple to think about, but you got to take the steps. And then all your business moving forward, you just run it through the trust, run it through your ministry. If you want to file and put your information out there, you can. It's all voluntary. It's a private business, private organization, so you don't have to say anything. If you're going to do donations, you can take donations. A lot of benefits to the 508. It's considered its own government. So you're your own government at the end of the day.
Fargo 305 says Craig is the GOAT.
Appreciate it. I mean, we're all there. We all have our own knowledge.
And so I'm going to touch something else. Craig is going to be the guy, if you want to remain anonymous. He's going to fill in that position for you on the public side, because he understands, we talked about today, he understands the importance of creating a pass-through entity for the public so we could still keep this 508c1a out the public viewing and keeping it private. We create holding companies and operating companies where we can help you establish them and to keep them anonymous. Is that not correct, Craig?
Yeah, definitely. You go in, I create it so your name's not on it, and just how Don has his trusts and his holding companies filed, when you look it up at the Secretary of State, it's just going to say either corporation or it's going to be blank, because when you have a private organization and you do file and put that notice, they're not going to show you, because they can just put the date that you came live. They can put your information, whatever type of address you're going to try to use, that's on you. Definitely get a virtual address. There's so many different resources out there. Doesn't have to be where you live. And then just like, Don and Jason speak about, just make your name a business. Mm-hmm. And DBAs are good as well. So you can have a ministry trust. My ministry trust is Children for Yahweh. I have a second trust called Crown Root Trust, which is owned by Children for Yahweh. So even though Children for Yahweh is my main trust, it's also my bank. It's the trust that I use to build credit. I write my own loan agreements to my other trusts. If I'm sending money, if I'm doing investments, you can do investments as a 508c as long as you do 80% charitable. And pretty much, if you guys got any other questions other than that, feel free to ask. Just reach out, send the email to Don. He'll reach out.
Yeah. And I think and this is Nolan, I think it's really important that people understand or comprehend that when you file any trust documents on the record in the public, it is a notice. You're not filing the entire document. One, it'd be freaking expensive. Two is just, it's a private document. You don't put that, you don't put your cock on the table and say, hey, everybody, look at this. you want to make sure that all that stuff is still in the private, right? It's just a notice, like, hey, I started this trust.
Unmute yourself, Keon. So we got two credit experts that joined the team today as well. So if you want to go ahead, Fargo 305 in the building. Then we got Keon and Printed Minds. Who is this? Where you at, man? I can't see.
I'm over here. I'm over here in the office, man.
All right, so this is Fargo 305.
Like that.
This Fargo 305.
Yeah.
All right, man. You know, you can introduce yourself. Let them know who you are. We're getting this stuff structured, man, so y'all have a team, man. We're working things out. All the private members, we're creating a membership, and we might even have a deal for having houses for our members can stay. You would just have to put a deposit, and also cars, and that's what we're working out with him right now. He's going to be one of our credit experts, and the same way with Keon. He's also one of our credit experts. We're working on the business credit now with Keon, but he has mastered the personal credit. But go ahead, Junior man.
So basically, like they said, you know, it was a great meeting today with Jason, with Don, everybody that showed up. Like Craig was saying, we bumped heads, and everybody had a great little vision. Yeah, I am the car guy. I was just had to come to the light. I am the car guy. I'm on the phone and the laptop.
Hey, 1
I
second.
hope y'all can hear me well.
Sandy, what up, though?
But definitely mastered the credit on the personal and the business side of building and getting all the cars and stuff like that, and definitely can help out. Craig, we're gonna be tapped in for sure. You know, I need that ministry up, baby. I need that thing anonymous. You know, we put in work today, and I just been putting in work.
And just so you know, the team, you part of my team, you part of the board. Y'all get the player discount just with him. But everybody else, y'all gonna have to work out through it. It's a team effort, man. You splitting the pot. You feeding tribes. But everybody, I want everybody to know. So I'm gonna talk about this after we're done recording. But like Jamie and Ernest, I'm gonna have him do your trust. I'm gonna take care of that donation because you already paid up. So, and then I'm working on other stuff. So I want y'all to work directly with my expert, so y'all can get that one-on-one connection with your ministry.
Did you speak to me, Don Kalam?
Yeah, I was saying, what's up, Shiny?
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, don't say too much. My baby on here, so what's up? I just messing with you.
You went dead real quick.
Hey, you ain't here, Keon? You ain't here?
I don't know. I didn't see his email or nor.
All right, so he's most definitely he's mastered the personal credit game. So we're gonna teach him the business credit. So maybe we'll have that for you too. But you can holler at Fargo. We can set up that consultation for you or whatever he's willing to do because he has mastered the game. How many cars you got?
Man, I got like 14 under the belt now since the last time.
How much money you put down on the 14 cars?
$0.
$0.
Yeah,
no money.
I need to network.
Definitely
right.
You need a network.
Sweet. I need to network.
I'm not gonna even you see, I'm on Instagram.
Girl, come on over to the Get the Guardian Estates, girl.
I got clients already signing up for the.
So how much is it gonna cost me?
I don't even know. I just hit.
You want me to send a private jet for you?
The question was, how much will it cost?
To learn what I'm teaching to get the cars.
I mean, I'm already knowledgeable about majority of the stuff because I'm a credit person, but it's just something that I'm missing.
No, you got Doc Kalami in your life now. You ain't missing nothing.
Yeah, and then you got Jason, you know, and then you got Chief Amir right there.
And we got Keon for you too, girl. So listen,
and Craig.
Listen, you work it. We're gonna listen. So, I appreciate everybody's patience, and you know the websites. I had like 12 websites get shut down. That's my bread and butter. I want y'all to know that. Well, it's because I owed them some money.
Yeah, I was like,
They tried to settle for what? 22. They tried to settle for 22,000. I'm not gonna pay them. So I apologize, everybody. Unless y'all got 22,000, y'all won't pay them. But we're gonna work things out through the Gifted Guardians. All my members, I'm gonna make sure we work out something. I'm gonna get you in there. Your first month something. We're gonna work on like monthly memberships. It's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be different layers. It'll be $10. If you want to be part of the membership, it's gonna be like $197 a month. You want to be part of the exclusive stuff. Talking about the Airbnbs and all the cars that we're gonna have in all these cities with our private members. But you're definitely right now. My board that's in the public is looking like Chief Amir Zaire, Jason Mabe, Nolan. We got Junior, we got Keon, and we got Craig. And Craig is definitely an expert when it comes. He understands the unincorporated association too. But if you have any questions about the unincorporated association, I'm telling you, Chief Amir is the guy that has that covered. This is who I learned strictly how to create governments from. Chief Amir Zaire. He has multiple governments established. We're really building a city, and I got people in class today that's ready to invest in the city that we're at. So, right, and if you need a birth certificate, Chief Amir got you. Welcome to the motherfucking what's it called? Zamunda. Tribe of Zamunda. I got you. Welcome. Welcome. Come on, man.
Zamunda.
Yo,
yeah.
I just came up with 120 acres too, man. So
120 acres. Praise the Most High.
Out where we at. So he's selling his 10, his other 10. He's selling 20 where he's at, and he got the 120. So he's ready.
And they
got a house
accept your. Did your tax forms just get accepted? Talking about
private. He already knows.
No, I'm talking about on a different note. And you filed some 1099s.
Yeah.
And they was accepted.
Yeah, those guys.
I just need a witness. That's all. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, you can. I'll mute. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Said what happened?
Oh, when we were at the meeting today, I parked, I guess, in the wrong reserve parking, so they came and they towed my truck. And then, they didn't get it out of the parking lot because my truck's too big. I think it messed up their truck actually trying to lift it. And
it was the feds, Chief.
Yeah, they tracking me. But no, after I got done, whenever I had to pay the tow truck driver, I had them to email me the receipt. Well, I went ahead and looked up their EIN number, so as soon as I got back in, I went ahead and filed a 1099-A and 1099-B to the company so I can get the tax credits back. I mean, I did it right then on the computer. I did a 1099-A. I looked up their EIN and put it on there for my social, and I put how much they charged me for the ticket. And then I did the 1099-B to pay it. So I've already got it taken care of. So when I file my taxes, I'm also going to charge them for my time today that took about 2 hours dealing with it. So I'll put that on my tax return. And then since I don't want to make a profit, I'm going to give it all over to my charity. I just happen to own the charity that it's going to. It's nonprofit and tax exempt.
Wow.
Doesn't that sound a lot simpler? That's actually what you're doing. You just got to learn how to do it. But we got to get you to go in the bank, get a bank account, and start getting some things set up. So it's just one step at a time. So like Craig today, we talked to him about doing the 508c1a. So if somebody wants one, we're going to try to get it to where you could go to Craig and pay him for his service to get it set up, and he'll work with you and help you get the stuff done.
But okay, how much is Craig charging?
He charges a lot.
We're charging. Listen, it's going to be $14.97 for the full shebang.
It's going to be how much?
$14.97.
Okay.
$1,497. We're going to get you official trust book, all of that. You girl, for you, we're going to get you a patent in nobility. You're a monarch, baby.
Hey, let me tell you, I talked to somebody last week that paid $24,000 for a trust.
What?
Yeah. Yes. I've heard of people paying $100,000 for trust documents.
I was about to say 50,000.
I don't know if I could type up that many words.
There might be somebody that paid that much. I don't know.
Yeah, so some trusts can be expensive, but you don't need anything that's that complicated to start with. You can make more complicated trusts down the road if you needed to.
But I want y'all to. I really want my people to understand the corporate association. It's really a 508c1a. But learn 508c1a's first, so you can apply it to the unincorporated association. Because once you learn it, your life is going to be much easier. Easier. I'm tired. I've been going hard 2 days, y'all.
Yeah, with the
Ernest and Jamie, y'all look good too, by the way. Y'all look good. Superstar status. We need y'all on the team.
Jamie looked like she had a question sitting back.
No, I love soaking it all in, and I love the team. Like, everything's been going smooth, so you can see, like, Don's just going up and, like, getting it all together with the team. So I'm just like, nope, like,
we need to, I need to get y'all some calls with Jason, so we can figure out when y'all want to come to the public, y'all want to help out, because you're going to naturally attract, you're a couple. You're just a couple doing it. That might inspire your wife, Jason. Yes.
I can't come to that Zoom meeting because I got to get my nails.
No, I was telling, as a mute.
But no, it's because you already. I was able to bring that to your light. You already are part of a community that's private. Put it like that.
Yeah, we were looking up your. You put a video out, I don't know, yesterday, the day before yesterday, about patent nativity and nobility. So we're looking up our last names and finding, the heritage and looking at our family crest. And, oh man, we gotta follow that. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, and thank you for your patience as well. Appreciate your patience.
I'm not gonna lie though.
I want y'all part of the team too.
I'm kind of mad. I was mad at first at you and Amir and Nolan. That last conversation, not super mad at y'all, but so I went to the organization and I was asking a lot of questions, and I got blacklisted. I was asking too much questions, so I was going to find out how the organization is structured, and I was digging deep and doing research, and I was questioning things, not questioning things in a disrespectful way, but questioning how they're structured. But like I said, Jehovah's Witnesses are really private, and so the more I started digging, there was pushback. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. But once you start acting a certain way, they'll reach out to you. Don't even worry about it, because they're watching you.
Yeah, most definitely. And
but as long as you're not, they didn't put you on no where they can't talk to you and stuff. You're good, bro. Just keep doing you. Keep leading by example. I want y'all to know y'all are the star couple, bro. They know this. They want y'all to figure it out on your own.
We did learn a lot, though, so yeah, thank you for pointing us in the right direction.
Yeah, don't be scared to ask them questions either. Get to know them. You'll find out a lot more information that way. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
you can ask God first.
Yeah.
Then the answer will be revealed to you while you're around it.
Oh yeah. You'd be surprised at how much a lot of this information ties with the Bible.
Can y'all hear me for a second?
Yeah.
So I want some people to really hear this. Like Don just said, you got to ask the Most High. Because here's the thing. When the Most High cut a covenant with Abraham, he told him to lay the sacrifices in a certain order. And then if you look at how the order was, it went from big to little, and there was a space. And the scripture says that the fire, right? The Ish of the Most High passed through the sacrifice. And if I had a whiteboard right now, I was able to draw it so you can see it. So when the fire passed through the sacrifices, it was actually representing the sexual intimacy of the covenant. Just like when you enter into a woman for the first time and you break her hymen, that blood now covers his stuff, which now gives a covenant that was cut through blood. And it's the same exact thing. So when the Most High cuts a covenant, he's looking for the relationship between him and his people. And so when you have that relationship, he's going to be able to show you some things that you haven't seen before. He's going to be able to open up, and you have to trust it. I had to learn how to listen to the Most High voice when I was in Iraq. And there's a lot of stories, so I'm not even going to tell them. But one of it, I just had to trust him. I was in war. I was fighting. It was times that he got me out of certain things because I had to listen to the voice. And I understood the training that I was in when I was in Iraq because it prepared me for today. And so I never questioned the voice, ever. And it always led me right. And so that covenant is very, very important because the Hebrew word for knowledge is yada, which means intimacy. You have to know. You have to get intimate. My children are destroyed, dama, silenced, for a lack of knowledge, for a lack of intimacy. We have to start getting intimate with the Creator, and everything else is going to work out. So all this stuff right now is carnal. We talking about trust. We talking all that stuff is, we talking about possessions. That stuff is carnal. That's going to come once you get your life lined up with the Most High, whoever your Most High is.
I second that message.
Can I approve?
Yeah, absolutely. But also, you must understand, if you're starting to ask a lot of questions, the people that you're asking the questions to, or the people that are above the people you're asking questions to, they don't know why you're looking for these answers to their private organization. So they need to protect that, right? So if you're starting to ask a bunch of questions, where is this line of questioning leading to? And they don't know the answer to that. You know the answer to that, but they're getting the knowledge second and third hand because they're getting it not. The question is not coming from you; it's coming from an intermediary. So you're asking the intermediary, and then the intermediary is asking the big boss, right? And the big boss is
you start dropping hefty donations. They'll start talking. Come to you,
right? Yeah, they would. Yeah. They would. Just comprehend that they're human and they're there to protect the trust, right? They're there to protect the church. So be able to explain it, right? I mean, if you're coming from the heart, just like Chief Amir said, it's coming from the Most High. They'll get it. They'll understand. They'll comprehend.
Jason says, where the people lack a vision, they perish. So the view looks better where they're at, and you're just trying to figure out how to get that view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to get you blacklisted, but you can just start inviting them to lunch, things like that. Be friendly. Where you want to be. That's your mentor. Whoever you're looking to mirror, you just figure out how to be part of that club. That's all.
It's okay that my Heavenly Father, I can do it myself. I got my own trust with my Heavenly Father.
Unincorporated association, you want to learn that because we're going to get that ministry trust established for you, and then from that I want you to learn the unincorporated association because this is much easier. It's literally, man, we went in there with 3 pieces of paper. And we had our constitution established, our mission statement, and a banking resolution. That's it. Yeah, you got the EIN on the parking lot on the cell phone. They printed it off for us. I wasn't even there. I was omnipresent. I'll show you the card if you don't believe me. I haven't been in North Carolina since Michael Jordan invited me there back in the day, you know. But Gifted Guardians, y'all see it. I was not there. I appoint him as a trustee, simple as that. I didn't even sign it. I did it electronically. Carbon footprint.
Yeah, y'all keep that in mind. If you don't want your name on the bank account, pay a friend to go do it. You just appointed them trustee and let them go open the bank account for you.
That's a good question.
Pay them something for doing it if you want to. I mean, I have employees and stuff that go and set up certain things for me or sign for permits. So you're running a business. So if you want to hire a friend to go set the bank account up for you, then hire them to do it for you. You appoint a trustee.
God granted me this power to open this bank account.
Yeah.
I thought I was going crazy. I knew it.
He's in the next house over. He just came through the window.
I thought I was going crazy.
Oh, you're still going crazy. Don't worry.
Hey, John, you should have threw something.
Okay.
That would have been hilarious.
So, okay, Jason, I got a question. So I'm going to the bank tomorrow. So, why are you laughing?
Because of the way you said it. He said, I'm going to the bank tomorrow.
Yeah. She ready. She's gonna be waiting at 9 o'clock. What time y'all open?
I have an appointment scheduled. So, but I mean, I'm close like this with the branch with the black branch manager. He cool. So when I go to him for when I give him information, he talk back to me. So I do agree. So I do agree with what you said. You ask questions, they'll answer them. So do you think it's in my best interest to open my trust account or have someone else to open it for me?
You can do it either way. I mean, what's the guy saying to you? How is he talking back to you?
Craig could do it for $14.97.
Yeah.
So Craig got it.
I mean, you're the customer there, so they're supposed to be there for you. So, like, when I go and open up some of my business bank accounts, I don't go in and ask them. I go in and ask them, hey, I've got a business. I want a business bank account. So what do y'all have that y'all can offer my business? 'Cause I'm the customer. Yeah.
Also,
Go ahead.
Jason, my bad. Really understand what you're doing before you go. It's not just getting stuff. And not saying nobody is doing that, but it's not just hearing stuff and then doing it. Really hear it and let that spirit inside you confirm it and that you understand it. And then when you're there, you might not know exactly what to say, but you understand it enough that you can eloquently say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And don't overtalk. Just, hey, this is what I need to do. And let them ask you. Because they're going to ask you.
How much money are you depositing?
Right. They're going to ask you.
I'll open it for you. Depends on how much money you got, girl. Go ahead. Hey, I'll open up the bank account with your electric bill, girl. That's the type of time I'm on.
If you don't really get along that good with that branch manager, maybe go to another bank.
No, I said I do. He's like this. When I tell him stuff, he talk back to me. He tell me.
We'll have him open it.
Okay.
Yeah, have him open it for you.
So
he's not trying to lose his job.
He talks back to you and tells you information is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, see, if I said that, I was like talking back to my mama, she slapped me. That's what I thought you meant.
Right, me too.
We got to get on the same page.
Yeah, I can't take y'all serious.
I'm not. This is the way that I go in and talk to the people at the bank, too. I mean, I talk to them the exact same way. I start asking them questions about stuff, and they're the ones that's telling me. I mean, can't nobody keep no secret. Just go in there and ask them.
But listen. If you're not moving multi-million dollars around none of that right now, you don't have to worry about being anonymous. We got acres. I can't admit, I'm not even gonna express everything we sitting on, girl. But we sitting on some gangster shit, okay? We can set it off in this motherfucker like Queen Latifah. All right? So we got to remain anonymous. This shit might even came from Queen Latifah, shit, from Set It Off. You never know. This shit might, after 7 years, we can deposit that cash if it came from a bank robbery. Anybody else that's sending on some money? So.
Yeah, if you want to go set your bank account up, you go set it up. Get him to help you. They'll help you if you just fill the forms out.
Tell them about the Unincorporated Association.
Yeah, the Unincorporated Association. I'd never done that before. I printed the papers out on my computer, and I went down to the bank, and I just walked in and asked them. I said, "Hey, I want an Unincorporated Association." She looked at my documents, and she was like, "Oh, this is everything that we need." She said, "Do you have an EIN number?" And the bank used to actually get them for you. Because my mom was a branch manager at the bank for 30 years, so she used to get EIN numbers for people. But they don't do that now, so I just walked outside, got the EIN number for a sole prop, and I went back in, and they set the account up. And then she showed me on her screen how it says it's tax exempt, it's non-interest bearing, and there's no tax reporting because there was a politician that had just came in and set one up the day before. So if a politician's got this kind of account, what kind of account do you think you need?
Exactly. And also
interest bearing. Yeah.
And also when you're setting up the unincorporated associations on the back end too, depends on how you want to structure, you can actually click government, tribal government, and put that on there, and that'll make you tax exempt too, because now you're a tribal government entity.
That's right.
Tribal government, okay.
This is all I know. I can move these bands, I can move these racks. I ain't got to worry about taxes or nothing, man.
Right. And that's one thing with one of my unincorporated associations. I'm tax exempt all the way around, and so even when from my business can never my bank account can never be audited. It can never be leaned. It can never be garnished at all. You know, and also it's tax exempt. I don't have to pay taxes unless if I want to. Any money I got coming in.
Well, I no longer have to use a Social Security number, so I am tax exempt.
Yeah, that's good. Operate from that trust. If y'all really want to get rid of taxes, if y'all really want to get rid of taxes, you know, since we got the same thing as a political account, what do you think Jay made for 2028? Does that sound good?
Sound good.
I'll abolish taxes.
No, I'm vice president. Let's go.
I've already got a friend from a foreign nation, Chief.
Yeah, I'm not going to abolish taxes. I'm going to keep them. I need to keep following my 1099.
That's right. Once you understand them, it makes a lot more sense, don't it?
Hey, so as long as you drop the donations, won't be no taxes. That is your tax. You got to understand the taxes are donation. That's right, Nolan.
That's right.
Absolutely right.
And donations are tax write-offs, so we can send out receipts and invoices for them. You can too. There's a lot more stuff that you can actually do with some of this than what you realize, but we got to get you started. We got to get you past getting a bank account. That way you can actually start doing something.
Yeah.
Because once you get past that, then you're starting to make some momentum. So I'm trying to at least get people to get up and go and talk to people at the bank, and you'll be surprised at what you actually learn there, and you'll find friends along the way that'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I found out a lot of this stuff, to prove it to myself. And I deposited the coupon bonds that everybody talks about. And I don't do anything crazy. I just sign the back of it and deposit it.
So
I don't have to put my thumbprint on it or tear it in a certain corner.
In your trust account?
Sign the back of it. That's it.
Yeah, it goes in the trust account. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Is she trying to talk? I can't hear. My headphones went bad.
Timothy, what's good, man? You straight?
I have my mute out with my headphones, I think.
Man. Just checking on you, man. Make sure you're good. You've been rocking with me since day one, man.
From the muscle, from the ground.
I seen you ask the question. Do we answer your question?
Yeah, for sure. You know,
hey, I just want everybody to know you gave me a testimonial years ago. But let them know, since rocking with Dr. Lam, you've been making money, man.
Plenty money.
It's life-changing experience, man. I appreciate you, man. I see you, man.
Look,
I'm
remember
proud of you.
Remember, I was in the bricks.
I'm proud of you, man. Just know that I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep grinding. Other people come up off Don Kalam and they never pay homage, shout them out. You always drop donations. You always shout me out. You always support everything I do. I appreciate you, man. Since day one, man, we came up since the PPPs, boy.
Yeah, what? I got so many EIN papers.
Since day one. If you've been rocking with me since day one, you had your EINs. Anytime there's a catastrophe out here in the real world, in the public, do not panic. I'm gonna help you get some funding.
I got an EIN from 2018.
That's how long I've been telling people to make their name a business. I've been doing it since 2016, 2017, but I've been telling the public, make your name a business since 2018. And then when I started finding about the alter ego doctrine in 2022, I started really pressing on everybody to set up a holding company. I came across Chief. I've been teaching everybody to do the ministry trust and the unincorporated associations. I can show you how to get around. Do not worry about any policies that's for the public. That does not apply to you. When you panic, then it applies to you.
Got the ministry trust.
I appreciate you though, Chevy Bad.
The law is only for the lawbreaker. You ain't gotta panic. You're divine.
Good question. That's a good question.
You said, can you use the 1099-C for the SBA? If that's what you want to do, I want y'all to understand, these tax forms are not money. Quit trying to buy cars and houses with them. They're to assess the tax. And if you want to add to this, please do, Nolan, because Nolan is an intelligence officer, straight lieutenant from the military, high-ranking shit.
Yeah. So
you can't buy stuff like Nolan, I promise you.
No. The tax forms are for nothing but assessing the tax, period. They say right on there, tax form, right? If you look up the term tax on Google, it says forced gift, pretty much, right? It says a contribution imposed, really. And then a contribution is a gift. Imposition means it's forced, okay? So when you start using their forms, you're using the public, okay? You cannot go to the master and preach about their laws and how they apparently somehow apply to you. It doesn't work that way. You have to come from the private. You have to create because you are a creator. You're a part of the divine, right? You are a God. You create your own documents. If you can't create your own documents, then you got no business asking for anything, right? Comprehend where they're coming from. They're doing everything properly. They're doing it right. We're trying to do what they're doing, not necessarily get into their jurisdictions, right? But when you start quoting policies, when you start quoting American jurisprudence, when you start quoting U.S. code and things of that nature, you're in their jurisdiction. And it's all subject to interpretation. Just ask any judge, right? It's all subject to interpretation. And it's their interpretation of it, not yours. Okay? So you have to be careful on where you're going and what you're doing and who you're talking to. Because as we know, we are in a military jurisdiction. We are in law, which means land, air, and water. Okay, so they have the maritime jurisdiction, they have the air jurisdiction, they have the land jurisdiction. That's what law stands for. Okay, so we have to go around that and be of the land and not of the maritime jurisdiction. We need to create our own governments and come from those constitutions and explain calmly how they're infringing on our contracts. Now, if they want to contract with us, we can have a chat about that and we can create a contract, but it's not going to look good for them. Okay, so be extremely careful, and we're here to we are trying to figure it out ourselves, right? But we know what works and we know what doesn't work, because I've tried all kinds of stuff. Tax forms are for tax. If you want to buy a car, anybody will tell you. You go to a dealership, they'll tell you you're an idiot. Okay? No, thank you, get out. Right? Because they don't have to accept the contract. If you're trying to buy something with something else, sure, you can write it on a napkin, right? But they don't have to accept it. All right, what you got, Don?
$1 billion. No, man, that's absolutely correct, man. Quit stressing over tax form. If you did the Patrick Devine way, you would just write a letter and say, "Hey, cancel this debt, motherfucker. Don't need no 1099-C. This ain't my shit. Prove it. I'm a Christian. Jesus redeemed that. Where's my red cross?" Simple as that. You put an X on the paperwork. You know, I was studying before class. I had Jason studying Patrick Devine's work. You know, I don't know if y'all know that, man. That's Patrick Devine's cousin.
Oh,
Jason didn't believe him, and until Patrick Devine, you know, he sadly crossed over. Or is he? I heard he's in Cuba with Tupac. But that's beside the point. Jason is a believer now. All right. Jason made Devine. So letting them know about the birth certificate. I understand this. The birth certificate is making you a Roman slave. We're under canon law. I don't know what you're talking about, Timothy. You said he uses something for credit repair.
Oh, the 1099-C.
Oh, yeah, so you do get rid of debt with the 1099-C.
Yes.
Well, guess what? I don't use it because I have a 508c1A, and we're not even obligated to report to the IRS. I just tell them, back off, punk. Here's my stamp. Redeemed. Simple as that, man. You know? But I mean, they do help. They do help. You can't cancel debt with them.
So
I would do it from a never from an individual standpoint. I would do it from a business aspect. The business is canceling the debt.
And most importantly, like you said, your 508c1A, it's almost like, you know, when the scripture says, and he sealed it with the king's ring. That king's ring is the symbol of authority. And so your authority is your stamp. It's your stamp of approval. So you can approve, you can accept, you can redeem, you can do whatever with your stamp. And it's always in red. Because
Chief
red
Amir.
represents the blood. Yes.
God did.
Yes, he did.
God did.
God did.
Hashtag God did.
Okay.
And another one.
Listen.
And another one.
Listen. Chief Amir is the master of private contracts. And the reason why I'm saying he's the master of this because the government cannot infringe. Article 1, Section 10 cannot interfere with a private contract. So this is my go-to guy. This guy literally helped me learn how to not only get land. The Kingdom of Kalam is an unincorporated government. I'm a recognized government. I'm a recognized chief. I'm a recognized king. Holla at your boy. You better recognize, bro, I'm out here with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, for real, for real. You know? I'm just saying, man. And I can crown I can give everybody a patent of nobility. Chief is recognized as king. Go ahead and tell him where you recognize that, man. I'm not going to do it for you. Go ahead and tell him.
I'm recognizing Arachuko Kingdom in Nigeria as chief and as king. I'm also actually a true prime minister and a chief of my tribe. And so what Don was saying was with the government, I actually created a government. It's called the Akadi Nation Republic. And so these are the things that we're teaching, and we're bringing people onto that to the jurisdiction and allowing people to be free and be able to come and go through that tribe and through that government. Because once again, you cannot be saved individually. Your salvation comes through a group and a body effort, period. We're all one body. And when we start coming together, that's when the numbers, that's when the strength is at. Salvation, like even in Exodus, the blood on the doorpost, it was for the house. And when you have one house, you have many members in that house. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I run my house. I have multiple wives. I have many children. And this is how we run our stuff.
That's absolutely correct. And Mr. Eric Snyder, if you want to add anything, he's pretty. I talked to him. I just remember our conversation because he's very enlightened. So you can chime in on anything too, Eric. And what was that, Bree?
What he was saying, I said, in my father's house is many men in my father's house.
That's it.
Most definitely. And that's why, I don't know if you heard when Don recorded it before, because in this house is many mansions, so we have to understand, even when you're dealing with the zodiacs, there's 12 houses, some say 13, in the skies. And the house is the most high, but there's 12 houses that the sun travels through, the moon travels through, the planets, or i.e. the wandering stars travel through. And so this is why we're one with the earth, because this is why they say, everything revolves around us, but they teach you that you revolve around the sun. You don't revolve around the sun. The sun revolves around you because you're stationary. And so once you start to look inward, the kingdom of heaven is inside you. So when you start to look inward, then you start to understand your power. The scripture says that he was like, you crucify. He said, I said that you are gods, but you crucified me because I said I am the Son of God. So we have to understand that we are gods, we are authority, we are powers. That word God is Elohim, which means powers. We're the powers, we're the electrical current that keeps things moving, that keeps things flowing. And without us, there is no them. And so this is the reason why when we came in backwards. But now we have to be born again. And we have to understand our mind has to be renewed. Because we already been doing this. And a lot of this stuff right now is already touching our souls and tapping to our spirits and is bearing witness. But now we just have to, like I said, when I met Don and I talked to Jason, and now this stuff really makes sense more. And we all have different, specialties in where we at. And so they just helped me to see, okay, look, you got that right there. Boom, now apply it right here in certain aspects. And I was that for them. And so once you have a team, now you're all bringing out God in each other. We're not putting down nobody, right? Think about the Newton's law. V equals N squared, meaning that your V is your value. Your value increased when your network is increased. So when you increase your network, you increase your value. Your value is not increased by your individual effort. It's increased by how many people you uplift and bring with you.
Was that algebra or geometry you was just doing, bro? I gotta pull the math books out. Hey, but listen, man. The reason why I'm gonna second this, I'm gonna second it. I'm gonna second the sun comment, because you gotta think about it. You can Google how far your eye can see. Only see 3 miles farthest. Nigga, I can see. They say the sun's 97 million miles away. You can't see that far. Or, if you want a stovetop to burn you, got to be pretty close. You can feel the sun's warmth, so it has to be pretty close. My mom calls me son, so of course the world, I make the world grow. I make the world spin.
Okay.
The power is within everyone. The power is within us, but they just reconveyed it. They took the power away from us by removing knowledge of self. And
but
once they
I want to shout you out too, Chief America. I guess I heard what you was talking about, me, Nolan, and Jason. So yeah, you're right. You complete me. Jason bet me I wouldn't say that.
y'all, man. The joint effort. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, just be careful because, you know, I did get an engagement letter from an attorney.
You said an engagement letter?
Yeah. I gave them the, she didn't even give me a week. I gave her the proposal, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she didn't even get it on one knee.
Okay. Hey, look, as long as she signed
No,
that.
I was just paying attention to the verbiage of the attorney because they gave me the, you know, I'm about to send them a donation for their services.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to send me an engagement letter first. It's funny.
The engagement, right? You ready to get married?
Right. I'm getting hitched with the attorney. We're about to conduct business.
Right.
Yeah, I'm calling my queen, Chief.
Yeah. Marriage is a merger.
Yup, that's it, man. She said, I'd rather you pay by credit card instead of check.
Right. That's funny. That's funny. Most definitely. Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, we all bring out the best in each other, you know, and that's the point. You know, ain't nobody trying to get over on nobody. Everybody is really.
Yeah, man. It's so the reason why I'm putting this team together, I want everybody to know, because I just don't want to leave y'all hanging, because fuck the public, man. You know? But my private members made me relevant. You know? So I'm relevant in life. I literally came into this game, to this community strictly because I knew I wanted to do entertainment. I knew I wanted to be in the music, get into music management and make movies, and that's exactly what's happening. And I always wanted to not leave this behind because I found and discovered a way to make multi-millions off of this. So why not feed families with it and get people structured and make sure they have cash flows too? But at the end of the day, like, even though we're all different shades, colors, creeds, nationalities, I want you to know one of my main visions, so to speak, is creating an unbreakable Wall Street, because the only thing that's lacking is they don't want a black messiah. So I'm just gonna put that out there, you know. So, you know, you see us. You see us. This the 14th family is what I call it. We're the 13th when we were about to kick out the Kennedys. Yeah, Jason said he's white on the outside, but he's still got some gangster in him. You seen the hey Chief? You seen the story post? You talking about I don't know nothing about that?
Yeah,
that was all Jason put me in weapons training. It doesn't matter though, because I want you to know. Listen, I told you it was a BB gun because we're in the public. But listen. But listen, at the end of the day, it's a part of a private trust, so it's private property.
Yeah, plus you in Florida, you good.
Yeah, I know. Stand your ground. He was just showing us. He said, boy, everywhere I go, I keep at least 3 of them things on me.
I be keeping stuff in my pocket. I just be forgetting.
Don Columbus protected. I wish a nigga would.
Thanks.
Everywhere I go. So who said that? It was you or your son. One of them said, man, I got 190 guns in the house. I said 190. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you can holler at Craig, we got friends with private planes ready to come land in they're ready to come land on our land, bro. And you got 120 acres. Hey, Craig will come land his private plane.
Come on. Let's go.
You know, I just seen him flying over the Bahamas. That shit was tight.
That's dope.
It's tight. I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to fly with him. Yeah, Jason's working on getting us a boat. I'm working on getting us a bus, a tour bus. I mean, it's a RV. You know,
that 120 acres.
The wrap gonna cost $10,000.
The 120 acres is
cost
for the
$10,000. What was that?
The 120 acres. The 120 acres is for the tribe.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And we got land, so I want y'all to know. Listen, we really. Chief can, because Samir's not on here with us, but Chief can validate this. especially if you're looking to buy land in Arizona, you find some spots. If you come across that investment, don't worry about it. I will help you find somebody. We can either do storage units or hotels through Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 25 year lease. It's mailbox money every month.
Mm-hmm.
The hotels cannot own land; they can only lease it.
Right.
And Don Colum's got land too. Y'all can buy a quarter acre.
Interesting.
Get you a little book like this one here.
Tell y'all because we building a whole city. Chief of Mayor tried to tell y'all we about to build a city. Y'all talking about
we are.
fair. The fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Because y'all can't think this big? The fuck? I'm rolling with some real gangsters, man.
Not only the city, the state. People don't even understand the state
Bro,
level.
Kingdom of Kalam is real.
Not just the city, the world.
There you go. I'm not thinking that big yet. I'm just working in Nevada right now.
He keep the world. I just stay with the earth.
Nah, I'm just saying, but yeah, you can spots
You
all
know,
over
I'm
the world. Yeah.
I'm getting down like Bugsy Siegel.
Yeah, man. Legally.
Bugsy Siegel created Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Gangster.
Mm-hmm.
And I see why. We don't have no. I wanted Colorado, right or wrong. I had a chance to get plush land in Colorado, and Chief said, and I was ready to about to press that button. Let's get it. And Chief said, look at the restrictions.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I had lake, all types of shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I gotta buy water rights. I'm like, what?
Right.
Mineral rights, water rights.
I bought the land in Nevada. You know what they told me? I said, "Well, I want to create a tribal dispensary." They said, "You can grow the weed here. We don't give a fuck.
Here, we unincorporated.
You don't need no type of paperwork, nothing. You private.
You don't even need a business to operate in the county where we at. They was like, look, we don't care what you do.
What county is that?
Eureka. Ha.
There you go, Eureka County. We're in Elko and we're in Crescent Valley, but Crescent Valley is a town we're establishing. I'll talk to a few people. They want malls, they want restaurants. You create a restaurant, any type of clothing store, a gas station. They got one gas station. If they really ain't got no Uber, so you can create a private type of Uber there. They need everything, man. They still got DSL, man.
So let me tell you what we doing, right, on the land. So on the land, when you come in, we have our own gate. We have our own road that come up to the land that we paved, and we have our own stuff, right? So we built 4 tiny homes already that's on the property. We're turning those into businesses, and because we're building our center. So everything is going to be on the property. So people are talking about, money is staying in the community. You don't own the community, so the money is not staying in your community. You have to control the community. And so what we're doing is we're creating these businesses. We're creating this stuff so that now when you're on the property, everybody is trading with each other. Everybody is bartering. Everybody is buying from each other. So everything that you need is going to be on the property. Then we're going to create outside memberships for people to come in, like a Costco's that comes in, and you have to exchange their money, the United States dollar, to our currency in order to even purchase on our land. So that gives us what? Exclusivity, because now when you have a whole bunch of coins that you can only spend on our property, you have to come back. And so we're going to open up those gates for a certain amount of time, to let them buy and sell with us. And then after that, we kick them out.
I second that.
We're gonna be the place. It's gonna be it. That's the vision.
So I've spoke with Boxable. I'm on a waiting list to get a couple houses from Boxable. They're located in Las Vegas. I'm doing tiny homes. Craig's ready to start doing spiritual retreats, ayahuasca. So I told Craig I'm going to link that up with you, Chief Amir, when we get that started. I plan on getting my Tyler Perry on out here, creating a movie studio. I plan on having musical events, bringing celebrities out. So it's going to be a growing community. Everybody's welcome to come out here, man. If you're a private member, You can talk to me, Chief, directly. We'll hook you up with the homie Barry. You can make payments. Ain't no credit score. None of that. Land is pretty cheap, man. I just looked at what was it today? 30 acres for $20,000. You know, one of these properties I want. Cause I'm gonna buy some stuff, a lot of stuff on the outskirts too with Chief. So unmute yourself, Chief.
You're muted, Chief.
Oh, shoot. I said we got to get on that road, 306, because then we got the traffic, we got the gold miners. People don't understand in that area is gold and silver. I got precious minerals and all that stuff I pull from my own land.
You do weapons training as well.
Yes.
Well, no.
Security, all that.
We have, listen, I want y'all to know, to get the Guardians, the team you're rocking with, these people, they can say whatever they want. I'm rocking with people, veterans. I want y'all to know that. Decorated officers.
Rich Noble, I don't think we have anything in Georgia. I think they're out in.
He might have some in Georgia. I'm not sure, but he's actually located in Georgia. So.
Okay.
Barry, but that Rich Noble asked about Georgia. But we can most definitely find you some land. That's what we do. Me and Chief was looking at a bunch of stuff. They had a what I show you, Chief? It was an acre in Arkansas for like $342. It's an abandoned house, but it comes with an acre of land.
Yeah. You guys.
$342.
Yeah, y'all got to look around your area. If you want to stay in that area, first look at your state and find out what the restrictions are. Can you buy the land? Is the water rights going to come with it? Do you have to buy the air rights after 50 or 5 or 50 feet? Is there air rights that you have to purchase? You need to look into all that stuff. So you're going to have to do your own research to find out exactly where you want to be. Do you want to be in town? Well, then you're in the public, a little bit closer. Probably not a good idea, but you do your own thing, right?
But I can help with any budget, Well, if you want to go get one of these bandos, flip one of these bandos out here, turn into a mini mansion, just make it look good on Airbnb, you're gonna get all your money back. Right. Just make sure the picture's right.
There's a whole island. It's called the Virginia Cayenne, 4-acre island for $500,000.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked up private islands for $40,000. You can get an island for $40,000. Yeah. Chief, we can put that on the Bank of America, Jason's Bank of America card. So you can get 40, 50,000 personal credit line. Go buy you an island. Right. I mean, all my members will be welcome on the island of Kalam.
You have to talk to Jason to get the boat, though.
Right.
What was that? Yeah, we gotta wait till Jason gets the boat.
That's right.
Hey, let me tell y'all what's dope, right?
It don't matter. Keith will take us there in his plane.
Yeah, I went to Lake Lanier, right? I mean, not Lake Lanier. That's in Georgia. I went to Lake Havasu City, and it's dope because the casino that's in California, they got a dock on the Arizona side, and they have like a little building and all, and they got their boats. And so it's dope because you're paying $4 to go, but it's round trip. It's free to come back from the California side. But the casino owns the boats, owns it all.
Well, we'll do in Crescent Valley. We'll just open up some Choctaw casinos there. Choctaw gas station, bro.
Yeah, man.
We'll be good. We just wave the flag.
We can do the Columbus.
Our police will be tribal security.
Yeah.
That'll be our police. Just like when we was out in Lake Las Vegas, I pointed out to you, they have their own police. They work with Henderson, but they still have their own police.
Yes, they own jurisdiction. It's unincorporated township.
Yes. Jason says he don't charge for the boat ride, just the time spent with him. You're paying for his time. You sound like a prostitute. We pimp souls, not bodies around here.
Excuse me, y'all covered the bill for credit, or did I just miss it?
Say that again.
He's a hooker at heart. And he's a guaranteed thing.
Guaranteed pleasure.
Yes. Yes.
Hilarious.
You know, I mean, it's a form of intercourse because, you know, we're using it to alter your future. That's all business is intercourse.
Yep. And that payment consummation.
He said you just got to figure out if you just want a spoon or a fork. If you just want a spoon or a fork.
What?
He said everybody's getting spoon because nobody know how to get the fork.
Yeah, wildly.
Y'all got to get the fork in quick.
Yeah, wildly.
Oh, I see you. Craig, why you ain't you ain't invite us over there? Craig, your pool light shine brighter than mine.
It's that new LED.
That's that 508c1A life. Tell them about it, Craig.
Oh, he in the pool.
Bro, listen, don't make me go in the backyard, man. I just got mosquitoes out there, man.
I don't miss that, man. Out here, we don't got no mosquitoes out here. Man.
I'm just talking. It's all screen dead.
Oh, yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, I'm out there. It's screen dead. We cool.
Hey, Craig, where you located?
Orlando, I'll answer for you. He out there with us right now. We just kicked it with Craig today. I knew he was coming. Me and Jason sat down. I didn't talk to the crew about it, but you know, they trust our judgment. Literally, Jason said, I want this guy on the team. I can't tell Jason no. And that's how y'all gonna get on the team. Y'all gonna have to go through these people. I ain't got time to listen to your stories, your resumes, none of that. Everybody that Chief ever brought to my attention has made my life better. I'm talking about breaking generational curses. So, I mean, that's the type of friends I have that will change your life. So when they come here and they tell me something, you know, and I'm just thankful for Jason as well. He's helping me with calls. He's helped me restructure this business so I can bring it right for my private members, so we can get it right for you, because it has not been running. I have not been running it right. I've been one man doing everything I can. I don't even take notes. I try to remember in my head, and you can't do that. You know?
You can't do that.
Hell no, you can't. I got 1,500 members. I have 1,500 members, y'all. 1,500. I need y'all to know that. 1,500. Yeah, next year will probably be double. You know? So that's what we're working on, making sure everybody gets structured. You know? I want you to know, Jamie Ernest will never get blacklisted with us, because I see you shining. I can see your aura. I see you glowing. You know? Right, you look like bosses right now. Yeah.
You know, one of the things I've learned is we're going through this process. It's a battle. You know, when Jesus was talking about the road station off to destruction and the road cramped and narrow, we went to go file some paperwork with the county clerk, and I was all excited, and they said, no, we don't do that. Go to that paperwork. And I was flustered. It was like a brick wall. Like, oh, man. I didn't know what to say at the moment, so I went home, thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm not taking no for an answer. So we got dressed up, went back the next day, and, you know, I ran through my head what I was going to say, you know, that you cannot give me legal advice on, you know, blah, 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 and that you can't refuse, I'll get your bond number. I didn't even get to that part. She got her supervisor, and the supervisor was like, oh, you know what? This is our statutes we follow, but I'll record it for you if that's what you like. I said, yes, ma'am, please. And she finally recorded it. So I was like, man, a victory, man. I felt so good. But that, no.
Yeah, I most definitely want y'all to talk to Jason as well. But Ernest, I want you to talk to Chief Amir. I want y'all to connect with a call as well, because you do the basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what you use the Bible for, and that's what Chief Amir lives by. So yeah, I'm talking about he lives by the Bible. So that's where you'll be able to connect with his private life.
We read it all the time, but the first conversation I had with you and Amir, he was applying the scriptures in ways I never thought about it. So I had a question for Amir. I know you use the Bible, but where do you look? Where do you go to? What books would you point me to your extensive research on the Israelites and the way they live their lives?
To be honest, I'm a strict Torah guy. So like, I look into I have the Hebraic the ancient Hebraic concordance. And so when you understand the culture, remember culture and religion is the same thing. Right? So you understand a person's religion by their culture by their religion. And so I look at how it was prescribed, as the Semitic language. So when you look into that, you start to see it's a visual language. It's a language of verbs. You see what I'm saying? It's a language of verbs, meaning that it's always moving. It's not a language of abstract. It's concrete. And so when you start to look into the Bible, like my favorite book is Leviticus. I could break down Leviticus like nothing. You know what I mean? Understanding the
I'm listening about Leviticus. I want to break it down.
Huh?
Go on and break it down a little bit.
Oh, well, Leviticus just deals with, it's the word Levi in there, and it just deals with who you are, or Leb, L-E-B, Leb means heart. So the root of Leviticus is Levi, or actually Vi in Hebrew, but it's just dealing with the word. Shemot or Deuteronomy is the word. But Leviticus just basically explains to you the sacrifice. They explain to you about redemption and about restitution. When Yeshua says, if someone slaps you on the cheek, you turn the other cheek. He's not telling you to be a coward. He's actually giving you the laws of restitution, which means that if someone slaps you on the cheek, you turn and give them the other one, whatever it do to restore that person's soul. And so when you're dealing with redemption, think about that. No sin can be forgiven without restitution, period. If I steal Jason or Dom's truck and then I park it and I come back and they be like, yo, you stole my, yeah, I stole it. Hey, man, forgive me. They can't forgive me until I restore them back. And so that's just how it is in commerce. You cannot forgive our debtors. We cannot forgive them unless if they restore us back. They have to give us the credit. They have to restore us back. And so it's dealing with restitution. And so once we understand that, also the Torah teaches us if a person steals, that means tit for tat. If they steal from you, then they give it back to you, whatever they stole. But if a person robs you, that means by deception, it's 2 to 7 times of the amount of what they took from you. That's the Torah. You see what I'm saying? Which is the first 5 books of Moshe. And so when we start to break and understand the reason why the Torah works is because it's natural law. It's the law to apply to the earth, the land. Jason was talking about this earlier. We have to get back to the land. So the Torah principles apply to the earth because we're one with the earth. So it teaches us how to navigate. It teaches us how to move. And so I would say, going back to your question, just start looking at that and opening up and looking at the concordance. If you send me your email or text me or something, I can actually send you the book that I have, and I can just send it to you, and I can just start showing.
Hey, so Chief Amir, this is what you're saying. Moses etched his trust indenture in stone.
Exactly. Most definitely, and it came from the guarantee.
After the burning bush of Cush, right?
Yeah.
So he had to have been high.
Yeah, he was definitely high.
That's what.
But think about it. The rod was a magic wand. That's all it was. It was all magic. All right. It's all he had to split the sea. Okay. He had to split the sea, and he had to walk on dry land. In order to get back to the Father, you have to come through out of the water. Moshe means he who is drawn out of the water.
Talk to us.
So he who is drawn out. So you are a Moshe, you are a salvation, a savior to this nation and to your family, because you are drawing out of the water, out of commerce. And you're coming back to the land.
Outside the maritime jurisdictions.
Exactly.
Of your mother.
Exactly.
Hey, well, I'm gonna tell you this, Chief. I'd rather work with you than against you, boy. You are powerful.
I appreciate it. That means a lot.
I'm talking about. Hey, Jamie and Ernest are right there with. They're on our level.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
This is. So I want y'all to know this is straight from the bank. I'm not gonna go up on everything. I got personal information that y'all do not need to see. It's none of your business. But look, this is straight from the bank. This is straight from the bank. This is the banking resolution. I ain't even signed a power of attorney. I didn't even do a power of attorney. I did a banking resolution. The gift of guardians did. This is all we used to open up this account. And before we did it, I got Chief Amir. I said, "Hey, this is good." He said, "You're overqualified." So I trusted his opinion and expertise. Yeah. We'll sell these for you for $9.99. I got you. But look,
I have mine.
Who is that? You had what?
I have my unincorporated association.
Okay. House of Divine Royalty. Do your thing, girl. Well, we slanging them for $9.99, baby. Now look.
Okay. Do your thing, Don, as usual. Do your thing.
Cash out the gifted guardians. Put your email address in the memo box and put unincorporated or something like that. Let me know what you need. But $9.99, I know it. I know it's you. But this is all we did, man. And all you're gonna have to do is fill in. You redid your family, right? Can you unmute yourself? I'll let you do it. No, I got it. Go ahead.
You can hear it. We're gonna have to echo. Look, y'all see the purpose? It's like I'm in a hall. That better? Yeah. Look, y'all read the purpose of the unincorporated association. It says all operations will be conducted in accordance with common, universal, and natural laws, and guided by our belief in the Holy Bible. So I mean that's our governing laws right there. So anything that we do in the name of this association, that's the laws that govern it. Can't nobody establish jurisdiction over that, can they? Because they don't have the authority to, because that's under God's law. So a lot of these things do have a lot to do with the Bible and everything. You start to realize that. It starts to tell you how you're supposed to set these things up. I mean, in the unincorporated association, if you think about it, you got a sole proprietor, you got a trust with the governing laws of God. So it's almost like you saved your soul, put it back in God's trust. See how those things relate together?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really kind of what you're doing with some of this. So you don't have anybody else that has jurisdiction over it. That's what makes it private. And you can do it with the unincorporated association. You can do it with a trust. They're close to the same thing, very similar. But this is everything that I had to take in to the bank. I mean, this was it. It wasn't anything real complicated or hard to do. But y'all can appoint me trustee. I'll go open a bank account for you. I don't mind. All I need is a certificate of trust.
Question.
They'd like me at the bank. Take them lunch, too. You'd be surprised. Huh? Mute. I couldn't find my mouse. There it is.
Put the sound back on.
So, Jason.
Hold on. Yeah. All right, what's up? What's up?
So would I do that with the business with my name, LLC?
I would use this.
Nas, go ahead and tell us. Unmute yourself, Nas. You ain't gotta keep showing. You gotta talk so they can see you.
Sometimes I talk too much. Once I start getting going, I start rambling. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, we can hear you, Nas. But no, so I want y'all to know, with the LLCs, we use LLCs as pass-through entities only. This cannot be the head of your business. Your ass will get taxed. You gotta have something else, man. The beneficial interest is always gonna go to. It's gonna end up being a trust or unincorporated association. This is why you gotta have it. LLCs are just for pass-through entities. You got your public, you got your private sector. Your public sector is the LLCs. Your private is going to be the ministry trust or the unincorporated association. If you want to add to that at all, Chief, please do.
Nah, you good. You good. Well, I can say this: your unincorporated associations, like you said, those are that's establishing your jurisdiction. All right, that's establishing your ownership. Remember, unincorporated meaning it's not corporate. Incorporated through what? The state of state. As soon as you register, it's the root word or the Latin word regis, which means king's tribute. Okay? Soon as you register your name, you now gave them ownership and authority over that name, and now you are held by the UCC codes, the USC codes, the FR, whatever they are. You know, you're held to all those now. But when you're an unincorporated association, you're not entitled. You're not by those laws because you are private. If that makes sense.
If don't none of this makes sense, get you a record label.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much.
Do a record label, do what they do. They do the same thing to you as the government does. They make millions and they give you shit. They trademark your name. They put you in the public and they get your assets in the private. You know, Chief, you got your own government, correct?
Correct.
So the government can't tax you?
No.
So who they need? King Kong?
King Kong.
King Kong.
And
we're
not combatants with the government. That's the thing.
Because if they start taxing you, that means war.
That means war. They can't tax it.
If you're paying government taxes, you're at war with the government.
Yes. And that's the reason why we have to really understand this. A DMV is a state government institution. It is an instrumentality of the government. Okay? So if they are a corporate government structure, the same thing that they do, you can do in your own entity, corporate unincorporated association structure. Everything that they do, you can do. If this makes sense. So when you pay taxes to them, you're stating that you are also not just at war, but you are a slave. Because the Kepha or Peter told Yeshua, they asked him, they said, Master, how come your people don't pay, how come your master don't pay taxes? And he told Peter, he said, hey, is the taxes for the stranger or for the homeborn? If it's for the homeborn, we don't pay taxes. So let me tell you what to do. And this is a Hebrew idiom. He said, go take a rod, cast the hook into the sea. Remember, sea represents also not just commerce, but it's also groups of people. He said the first fish that comes out, that word fish in Hebrew is also a dog, which means Gentile or nations. The first fish that comes out, you take the coin out of its mouth and you pay the tax, the tribute tax. Because they never paid the taxes with their own money. They used the Gentiles' money the nation's money to pay the tribute. So if you pay taxes, you are not just also a combatant, but also a slave.
Only heathens pay taxes.
Yes.
You're at war with the government. I don't even want you near me. I don't want to be associated with you. But fun fact, Chief. Fun fact. You ready for the fun fact, Chief?
Yes.
There is 2 Peters in the Bible. There's 1 Peter and 2 Peter. Fun fact for everybody. But the kingdom of Kalam ain't nothing but 1 Peter. Fun fact, man. I gotta hit you in every chakra. Back to the ether.
The little hope it ain't your Peter Piper. The little Peter.
I ain't mean to throw nobody off, man. I hope this stuff is really bringing clarity to everybody, man.
It is.
Yeah. Let us know y'all questions. Y'all got any questions?
I got some questions.
Much appreciation, gratitude to y'all, especially going further into elaborating further.
This is bills of credit. I hope everybody knows that anytime they're getting a bill, listen, only a president can pass or approve a bill. Y'all should have learned that in about the 3rd grade, 4th grade. You know, they even teach you this in public school. So, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, even with you get dollar bills, there's presidents on them. So I need y'all to understand, only a president can pass the bill. Like, I'm not the feds, okay? So we're not going to use this against you, okay? I'm going to use you as an example, Timothy. Can you unmute yourself? This is all right.
Yep.
Tim, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? But, Timothy, you ever had a $100 bill in your hand?
You said, have I ever had one in my hand?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about spending. Spending's illegal. But you ever had a $100 bill in your hand?
Yeah.
That means you're a president. Because who's on the bill? President, ain't it?
Yep.
All right, so I need everybody to understand this. Only a president can pass and approve a bill. Also, when you take a bank card to the store, do they ask you debit or credit? You get a choice.
I always press credit.
All right, you press. So what's a debit then?
The debit is the money that's coming out of the trust, right?
It's a subtraction, right?
Yeah.
And what's a credit? That's like a loan, right?
Yep. Borrow money.
So wouldn't you want to give the store a loan so you can assess those credits back?
Get it back later.
That's
Every
it.
time. Before they
Give credit where credit is due.
I need all that back.
That's it. You get the interest back. Right? So when you get a bill in the mail, it's because you're a president. Only the president can access what's called the fund. Back me up by this, Nolan, because you were a decorated officer. The Social Security Trust Fund is called the fund, and only presidents can access this credit account.
That's correct. That is correct. Now, the president of the United States Corporation or the directors as given the authority by the president of the United States Corporation gets passed down to whoever's in charge of like the IRS or whichever bank that is extracting money from your account. So Malik, everybody's in their Gmail so we can stay in contact. So if we got some stuff to put out, we can let you know, send you an email. Everybody go ahead and put your stuff down, your contact information so we can get a hold of you or send you some maybe a newsletter or something when we get set up a little bit better.
Yeah, we're looking to set up a Patreon. We're looking to get a lot of different things, different.
Oh, I'm on there now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, like he was saying a while ago about the president signing the bill. What does Congress make? Don't they get a bunch of papers together. That's a bill, and all those bills and stuff have a dollar amount in it. And then it goes to the president. The president has to sign it, and then they send it over to the bank to get the money. So that's what they're doing when they send you a monthly bill. It's just you got to put it in your bank account, which is a trust. That's the king's treasures that you can store. So you deposit those checks and stuff because they're paying you. You just don't know it yet. You just got to appoint. We're trying to appoint y'all presidents of yourself. You just ain't figured it out yet. That help them make sense. Y'all look at the layout of a church too. Don't you have pews and then you've got the pulpit and stuff at the front? Doesn't that look a lot like Congress? And it looks a lot like Parliament, and it looks a lot like a courthouse. Why does all those things look the same? I wonder if they're all 508c1As. You think they are, Don?
Yes, sir.
That's what they are. They're all 508c1As that you can donate to. They just need your help. Anybody else got any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question. So if you don't receive like a monthly statement, say for instance like your rental lease, and your rent is paid through like an ACH account, like an e-rent payment account, how do you go about dealing with that?
1099A and 1099B for the amount, and then you get the return on your tax return at the end of the year.
Okay.
Oh, so you can file it anytime, but you're still going to get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the 1099A just tells the IRS that that's your account. That's what it does. It says, hey, that's my account over there. And then the 1099B is what pays it. It tells the Treasury to issue the credits to the account because the account has debt in it. Everything that we touch is debt, whether it's a check, a promissory note, all those things are debt instruments. So when you have a bill that's a debt, then you do the 1099A, and then 1099B is what tells them to issue the credit from the Treasury. And once you do that, that dollar amount now is called secured credit. And then you get the tax return to you with the tax return form at the end of the year. So, I mean, you just have to learn how to do your taxes right. You just have never learned how to do them properly. And you do them with a trust in place. So if you show a profit on your public business, then you just gift the profit over to a charity that you own. That's your charity. So you're just gifting it all over to a trust. You're gifting it all to a trust that's established under the governing law of God. So you're giving all of the profits and stuff that you make in the world, you're giving it all back to God. And He's controlling it. Because that's how that trust is established on the land.
Definitely playing overtime.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but just trying to see how to, word the trust and everything is kind of confusing.
It is. It's just because of the word. But an LLC is the same thing. Don't you have the name of the LLC, which is the grantor? And then you have a manager. A manager and a trustee do the same thing. And then you have a member in an LLC, and a member is the same thing as a beneficiary. So a LLC.
Okay, so what about the grantor and the grantee? Does the grantee kind of take the role of like a trustee or a fiduciary or something?
It's just you're passing that position over to somebody else. Like when I did my quitclaim deed, I was the grantor and my trust was the grantee. So I was signing my authority over to the trust. So that's why you have grantor, grantee.
Okay, because I pulled up my the deed for my that the property owner has on the house that I'm renting out, and that's kind of how she had hers set up. So I was just wondering.
It is the trust documents that you record in the county is like the trust account. That's just saying that you've got a deed of trust in the county, how that trust is going to operate. And then you have to put property into it by using a quitclaim deed or a warranty deed. A warranty deed is done whenever you use an attorney because they're saying that they'll warranty the fact that they made sure there wasn't any other liens against it. So a quitclaim deed and a warranty deed is pretty much the same piece of paper. And the best way to understand it is go in your county recorder's office and pull one up and look at it. These people,
that's what I just did today.
Yeah, these people, they just take templates and change the name around. They're not that smart.
Yeah.
I mean, other men already.
But you know, when you're changing stuff around with a trust, and it does get confusing because you've never done it before, as far as like on a house having to deal with county land recorder and a quitclaim deed. You know, so that's a little different than setting up a bank account.
Right, but you can't do that with a lease, though. You have to actually, purchase or...
Anything you can pay for it and then just file the taxes on it.
Okay, so don't even worry about doing all that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do that. There's other ways that you can do things, but for the time being, you can pay it and then file the taxes on it and get your tax credits back.
Okay. Yeah, I only asked because, my landlord, she's different, and, she's not willing to negotiate or work with me or anything, and, the rental agreement is like really, it's just one-sided. She has no responsibilities to anything that goes wrong with the house. So it's pretty much like I'm the owner.
Can I ask you a question? Ask you a question?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I say you move in with me, girl?
What'd you say?
I told you to move in with me. I'm putting you on that affidavit of truth. You're a tax write-off. Oh, man.
Plus, with that rent agreement, they use your social, correct?
Right.
Here you go.
Yeah, they use my social.
I mean, how long is the lease for?
The lease is for a year. I signed it in April.
In April? So are you renewing the lease?
You like echoing real bad. What you say?
I got you.
Are you going to renew the lease?
Heck no.
All right, then. I got this book called Open House on Amazon. We just follow that method. But the main code is going to be 12 U.S.C. 411. And you ain't got to pay rent. They're gonna keep you to the end of your lease. They're not going to be able to kick you out.
Nice. That's what I need.
Yeah, I can show you how to do it. You're in Ohio anyways. They're kidnapping kids there.
They sure are.
You need to get out.
I need to get out.
I can't. I'm not going to talk about too much,
Right.
Come on down south. Get out of that cold weather.
Ohio is kidnapping melanated kids left and right. It's the highest.
They are. That's why I'm like, I got to go.
I used to live in Columbus. I know.
That's even worse, probably.
Yeah. That's why I moved to the West. I moved to the Promise. Moved out here to Yehuda.
But I wanted to, so I didn't catch all the conversation, but I did want to say this because I heard about trust. You got to understand that LLC is considered a public trust. It's an expression of a public trust. And if you want to learn more about expressing public trust, another person to talk to is going to be Craig. He is an expert at learning the difference between private and public trust. We actually talked about it today. He understood it. I could talk to you about 30 seconds and to know where you're at. And it doesn't take long at all. So, when you understand the private 508c1a, you got to understand this is a private business. You want to operate as a nonprofit and have that opened up under the ministry trust. The nonprofit, when you come to the public, that is going to be a public expression of a trust. So if you have a private trust, it has no EIN number. As soon as you get an EIN number, you just expressed it in the public. The public sector is owned by the government. Simple as that.
So
Hello?
Yeah, okay, so we don't get an EIN number because it's a public trust?
So the private trust first needs to, express with your higher power. 501c1A is a church, right? Basically a ministry, faith-based ministry. So can you put a number on your relationship with God?
No.
Okay, then. So you can try to express it in the private family Bible. Have your private, in that private contract that you have, that's what's going to create your public trust. The government cannot infringe on a private contract. What was that?
Oh, no, I was asking, so if there is a trust created and an EIN number was obtained, how do you go about collapsing that trust, or do you just forget about it?
Don't forget about it. They can't tax it unless you're running it as income anyways. Craig, help me out here, man. Talk to him, man.
You can have the EIN. That's not a problem. The EIN is if you're going to do the commercial, and if you're going to get a DUNS number, if you're going to use it for a bank, and that's going to be administered.
You're cutting out really bad.
Copies. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. You
yeah, we didn't hear nothing you said.
Okay.
So I do. He did say the EIN
what I
is
was
not the
saying,
problem. When you run money through it, that's going to create the obligation.
Right. So I have a bank account.
So if you're going to do, you have a bank account already?
Yeah, but it's with the trust, but it has an EIN.
Is it a non-interest bearing? Do you know?
Don't think so because I didn't specifically ask for that.
All I have to do is ask you, is there a state on your trust that opened up the documents? The governing law from a state?
I have to go and look at it. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
If you viewed how our governing law was through common law in the Holy Bible. So can the Bible be taxed? Only if you buy idolatry. My trust is way worth more than $1. So I create, because the way me and Craig was talking about today was the Jack McCraig way. Jack McCraig makes sure you create a private trust without an EIN first, and that is the trust that's irrevocable, and then your public trust can be revocable because it becomes irrevocable once the grantor dies anyways. No one can change it except the grantor. So it's really irrevocable. The only person that can change it is a living soul. I'm telling you, a living trust is a revocable trust, and you want living on your paperwork. Because they're the land of the dead. They're the grim reapers of the street. Death row, baby. Go ahead.
Y'all do know too that the King of England has a revocable trust. That's what they operate, is a revocable living trust.
Wow.
Yeah, the way I look at it is, it's revocable because you still have the choice of free will, so you can change it. Your irrevocable trusts, you can use them for different things. In the future, you'll probably have more than one trust. You just got to learn about one of them first. Get past the first ones. Then it gets a lot easier to understand.
Yeah, you start knowing what you want to use the trust for, and then which first you're going to control whatever assets you have there. Each the past had its own trust. But things on one trust that can go the.
You're breaking up real bad.
Bro,
man. Yeah, guys.
We can't hear you, Craig. Craig, we can't.
Guys.
Hey, Craig, you sound just like an attorney because we can't understand shit you just said. Now, Tim did ask what the code was. I want y'all to see what this code is. Now, this is going to be the basis. You go to Amazon. I got this book called Open House. It'll show you how to dispute mortgages and rent and leases. Also, if you got your private 508c1a established correctly, people will let you live there for free for a tax benefit. You gotta learn how to juke the system. Now, if you wanna do a house, like collect rent as a 508c1a, you're gonna have. That's when you create the LLC to contract with the church, because you cannot accept rent payments. That makes sense. You can only accept donations. You wouldn't even be able to evict people. So, well, what you do is you create an LLC, and all the rent gets donated to the 508c1a. Now, this is the main code to use when fighting an eviction or anything like that. And you're going to want to take the note off your door and attach it to their door. Give them notice. I give them a promissory note. If they ran your credit for a lease, or you're operating on full faith and credit. And then I use my holding company to fight my eviction as well. My holding company represented the all caps name, which was a LLC. Now I want to go back to this. This is the law right here for my trust. This is why it's non-taxable. You don't want to put this trust was created in no state of North Carolina. None of that's on my documents. So I just want to bring that to your attention as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's telling you. The company that you're going to operate will be your corporation or LLC that you set up later, and then any money that it makes, you gift it over to the charity, which is your trust or unincorporated association. So you're just gifting all of your profit over to a charity. You just happen to be the one that owns the charity. Be a good place to donate it, wouldn't it?
It looked like
No, you be over there.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said, it's Nolan getting sleepy. He keeps batting his eye.
Yeah, I am.
He is.
I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do meditations and stuff.
He has to be in by the time the street lights come on. He can't hang out with us. We cause a lot of trouble.
And we've been up 2 days, Nolan, just grinding, rush hour traffic, there and back. It's all good. We appreciate your time, though, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys letting me in here. It's always fun coming up here. So anybody else got any more questions? Come on now. We got chat going on over here.
But you can email giftedguardians@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Get the replay of the class. Make sure I get your email, unless Nolan got all the emails.
I got most. I think I got all of them that are in the chat currently. I don't know if somebody's stepped out already or not.
You talk to email that too.
Yeah, put your email in the chat box so we have it.
Or email Gifted Guardians.
Yeah, email Gifted Guardians.
Email Gifted Guardians with your email.
Make sure unincorporated business documents and this replay.
Don, I had a question. Earlier you mentioned about killing the soul prop and deadening the soul prop. How do you do that?
You got that? Or you want me?
All right, I'm going to answer that question. But before that, everybody send an email to giftedguardians@gmail.com. I'll make sure you get a copy of the unincorporated association documents. And then I'll make sure you also get a copy of this replay. I'll send it to you within 12 hours when it's done processing. So, the way I've done it with private students and celebrity students that I have, they get a soap prop, they create an estate with the soap prop, and then you kill it through Merrill Lynch. You're gonna have to talk to your banker through Merrill Lynch. You try to create it at Bank of America, they're gonna tell you we can't do it. We talked it over with our legal department, but we got somebody that may be able to help, and they're gonna schedule you an appointment with Merrill Lynch. And then you attach that directly to the Treasury, that account, because it's for an estate of someone that's passed away.
Okay, and that sole prop will be in your all caps name, correct?
Yes, your all caps names. You just get an EIN for it. That's it. And you're using that EIN. You're not killing off the social. You're killing off the EIN.
Gotcha. All right, appreciate it.
Love it when a plan comes together. Are there any other questions, y'all? It's almost 12:40 where I'm at. I appreciate the late night 1010 portal.
I have a question.
What's up, girl? You need to book a consultation. You need to book me in your city.
You know where it is? 59
Houston, right? Ain't you in H-Town?
Huh?
Ain't you in Houston?
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
Yeah, they know me down there. Shout out to Paul Wall, Johnny Jang, gang.
Gang. Yeah, okay. So, are we building credit with? We're establishing credit with
whatever you want. So I opened up a trust corporation, yes. You can build credit with a nonprofit, that's what you want to do. You can build credit with an LLC if that's what you want to do. You can build credit with the sole prop if that's what you want to do. You started off with the sole prop regardless. You make the sole prop. You can. If you understand the names of business, I would never be scared of personal guarantee, PG, anything. Because what Chief Amir say? You gonna need King Kong. Let me say something bad. If that's the end of the day, they did take some websites, you know. But I got trustees now. That shit ain't gonna happen again. But I tell everybody to pay your bills. Like when you get a bill, you learning this new process, because this is new for me too. You're depositing these bills into your trust account, so you're gonna be happy when you get bills. That's a dividend check. We're working hard to get a book out soon for y'all to show y'all step by step.
Yeah, because I'm ready. I hope and save them on.
Even Nas can answer these questions. Nas, he operates like this.
For sure.
Right. And Jason said you pay him enough, he'll hold your hand and take you to the bank. Be your chauffeur and everything. You can even I got an IRS agent. They used to work for the IRS for 19 years. That's my tax guy. You know, I know some Jewish people too. You know, that's important. He's showing his trust now. He's showing his trust card now.
Can you see that? You see how it's named? I could actually name it any way I wanted to. Once I opened up the unincorporated business organization at the bank, they asked, how do I want the car titles?
I don't want to. Hey, let me see the numbers. But listen.
Sure.
What's the zip code? But look.
You'll probably see it last video whether or not you did.
You can dispute it once it goes through. Now listen.
CBC.
I no offense to nobody, but has anybody ever worked at a fast food restaurant?
Yeah, when I was a teenager.
Okay, girl.
Yep, and my daughter working one now.
Fact.
You know, so ask them if they take gift certificates. When I worked there, I told everybody I was doing community service. But no, this ain't my job. This community service. But no, so did y'all take gift certificates? Anybody work taking money?
I can't remember.
Yeah. I'm sure they
All
did,
right.
especially back in the day.
All right, so you know, you put them in the cash register just like you do money, right? So what they gonna do with them? What they gonna do with the gift certificate? How do they calculate that? You can go buy a Walmart gift card. They put a dollar amount up. You run that gift card. It's the same as cash, right?
You know what?
Private members association, just like with check.
I know I'm right. I'm trying to tell you, they're giving you gift cards every month.
You are absolutely right, because I went to Walmart yesterday. I was given a gift card. Took it out to the Walmart, to their gas station, and they took my gift card. They accepted my gift card.
So what's a credit card? It's the same thing. You got to understand. When they're giving you these bills every month, it's a gift card. It's a check. You got programmed because you went to public education. Thinking you smart with your certificate and shit. The fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Thinking you better than somebody else. You know? Hey, did you make shift leader, girl?
I did.
Not me, because when I got my check, I read up and I quit. I only worked at McDonald's and Hardee's when I needed to read up.
And big bags at 15.
That word credit
Mama
card.
wonder where checks coming from.
That word credit card is any card.
I'm moving weed out of KFC drive-through window. I ain't playing. They said we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, what kind of play can I run with this hospital? Because I'm tired. This is stressing me the hell out.
Who is this, Deanna?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I need some healing. I keep telling you that. You're supposed to be healing me. I'm going to tell you, girl, I'm going to put you under the trust. Don't worry about it. You got your business name set up. You a tax write-off, baby. When I told my ex, her BBL was a tax write-off. Ain't no thing. I put that booty under an affidavit of truth.
All right, well, I'll be out.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Nah, but this ain't it, man. It's crazy.
Look, this is the way that we play cards. All of them are business. All of them are business credit cards. All of those are. That's like, I don't know, $200,000 worth of business credit. So you can go buy it with the business credit and sign it right over into your trust. I mean, and look, y'all can see my name right there. Jason Waymabe, doing business as Jason Waymabe. Y'all want to create a separation between you and your name? I mean, I got a bunch of them in my.
Some of your kids got the same thing.
Yeah, my kids got the same thing. One's 18, one's 20. You tell them to go do it, and they just walk in the bank and do it. It's everybody else that's scared to go in there and do it. They just walk in there and say, "Hey, I want a business account." They come back smiling. Look, Daddy, I got a business account.
Easy. I took my daughter for her birthday a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta get friends like me.
A business bank account. That's what, nothing else is ever personal again. No personal bank accounts, no personal credit cards. Everything's in the name of a business from now on. So start switching it tomorrow. Go to the bank tomorrow, get a business bank account.
But when that bill comes in your business name, you're depositing it in your trust account, correct?
It's got to be
signing it over, endorsing it, and signing it in your
It's got to be in the name of a trust. So y'all got to understand business. So if you just get any kind of basic business and you start looking at everything like business, then the trust will start to make more sense. And it doesn't happen overnight. You got to call and get your bills and stuff switched over one at a time. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to do
right. That. Exactly.
Pay the bill, and then at the end of the year, file the taxes and get it back. And by the end of the year, have your trust account set up so you got somewhere to deposit the credits. So I mean, it's not one piece of paper that you can just send to everybody and take care of everything. It takes a little bit of time and work, so you have to go and do it. Yeah. That's bottom line. We can sit here and talk about it and tell you about it all day long, but sooner or later, you got to go to the bank. You want a bank account, you might want to go to the bank.
I see you, Chief.
Hey, I was just going to say.
Look, see? You see
Bro,
it?
That's too many letters. I can't read all that.
Hey, but look, let me tell you. When my tribal name is Bullock Amaru Z, I created a trust, and my sole proprietor name is on there as well. You see what I'm saying? And I opened up a trust account without even saying this to trust. I just said trust, but it's an unincorporated association trust.
Yes, it's really not that hard. Just go in the bank and ask them.
I just told them.
That's what I did.
Trust at the end. They was like,
Yeah.
"Well, you can't do it." I said, "Well, that's my name."
So
they
Tell them I'm grown. I can do whatever I want to.
Any way I wanted it to.
Come on.
See?
I could have put anything I wanted on there. I could have put anything I wanted on there. I would have put the name of the girl in Laos, put her name on there, send them the card in the mail.
Yeah, see, I like Nas.
I
rule the
I
world.
put my name on the card. I can put any name on the card. They let me.
I love a baby. Yeah, see, man, he's got it. It's not hard. But was it hard for you guys to have a bank account?
Oh, it's easy. It took a while, a couple first times, because I didn't know what the heck it was going. But
yeah.
Well,
they don't know what they're
Look,
doing.
you still got all 10 fingers. They didn't cut off any of my fingers when I went to the bank and asked for an account. They really didn't.
Fingers now. No trustees, no fingers.
That's funny.
Yeah, so go in there, if y'all want to learn about banking, make your best friend a banker. That's what I did. And then she just started talking for me.
It's really not hard.
Yeah, it's
really not hard. Because I thought it was going to be crazy to getting it for the nonprofit the first time, and he was just like, all we need are the bylaws. Didn't even have to be notarized. I was like, is that it? He was like, yeah, just bring them in your EIN.
Yeah, the bylaws and the documents you take to the bank, they take it just like an affidavit, right? Because if you look at a notary, right, a notary is a person that verifies instead of instead of two individuals verifying, it's only one individual required to verify because they have a stamp, right? Because they actually watch you do your signatures. But in the Bible, it says bring two witnesses, right? Those are your witnesses when you sign the document. But when you're coming from the private, you are God, right? So what else we got?
So what I want to say is, if y'all have problems setting up accounts, it's because your friends suck. I don't even go to the bank, so I don't know what's going on out here. I don't even step foot in the bank. People had me debit cards and business debit cards with my name on them. So, I don't know what's going on out here. You need to get your relationship with God together, because I bank with heaven, man, and people just show up with resources, debit cards, silver. I got donations in silver today.
Thanks.
I don't know what's going on with y'all. You need. Jesus took a few small fish and fed 4,000, something like that. So we feed nations, man, and the nation will feed you back.
Don.
Yes, ma'am.
Don, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Julie.
All right. Well, I just want to let the people know, if they're scared to go to the bank, you go to church and I'll go to the bank for you. Tell me what bank you want me to go to.
That's right, Julie. You can deposit it in my bank. What you need. You know what I'm saying? I opened up an account. I know you do.
Which one? Which one?
I know you do. You can just deposit your resources in my bank. I'll set you up an account with us.
If you go to the bank and you're not sure which one, just tell them you want one of each. You got to get it right that way. Right. And then when you go in,
I'm talking about the different banks.
Oh, pick one, whichever one you like. Just go in.
Private accounts in every bank.
Well, we want
to many banks, many accounts.
Many accounts. What?
Banks create money out
of several bank accounts.
I know y'all want to be able to create money, so you got to have a bank account in order. You got to get that stuff set up before you can start writing contracts and promissory notes and transferring securities. We got to get you past the basic stuff first, and then you can start to learn that.
For your banks, I would not go with like local bumfuck Egypt bank that's only in your town. It's got to be a regional or national. It's got to be a regional or a national bank. I would prefer.
Hey, start small. Start small, man. For the people, I want you to build your confidence. You know.
Yeah,
but listen, Shani, she said banks create money out of thin air. Listen, the world is created out of thin air. You just got to be a visionary. Anything you create comes out of thin air. You know? So I need everybody to know that.
And
so you said Shaney. So listen, Shaney. Only the Federal Reserve prints money, right or wrong.
Right.
So you cannot make no money, right?
Facts.
So you have to create a vision to capture the money and thin air. You create the vision. That's how you do it. A promissory note can create money.
Yep.
Promissory notes, RBOEs, negotiable instruments.
I speak it into existence. That's what I do. I create it out thin air.
Patrick Devine.
Man, as simple as that, man. I talked some few things, and literally, I have my higher elite clients. Every time they see me, they'll pay me anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000, and I only got to see them once or twice a year. That's how powerful they're applying the information that I give them. You know, and I'm telling you, all I do is really, sometimes you got to work for free, and then they're going to lead you to the right people that's going to, because you just created a testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Jason wants to show you how to create money from thin air.
Now, I opened up my business account, and I used the Revocable Living Trust as the trust set up. And I didn't know how to operate it, so that's where I'm at now.
It
I
is,
never
but I mean,
deposit any of the bills of credit into it. So
I gotta go.
What kind of business account did you set up?
I set up the same way that Jason has his, Charlie McClain Jr. doing business as Charlie McClain Jr.
Now that's just a sole proprietor bank account. That's still a public bank account, so you can use normal transactions for that, and then you can start writing off all of your living expenses, like your house payment, your car payment. You can start with that stuff and then get a trust established and then start transferring things over into that trust.
Well, I used my Revocable Living Trust document to open it up that was recorded on the county.
Okay, so now you got to start transferring assets over into the trust. So call the power company and tell them that you want to take your name off the bill and you want to put it in the name of your business, which is your trust. And then the next month when the bill comes in, it's going to have the name of the trust on it. So now you can deposit the coupon at the bottom into a trust account. Now the title on the bill doesn't say your name. The title says the name of your trust on it. Does that make sense?
That's beautiful. That's simplified.
It is. It's really not. Now look, here's a promissory note. You see that promissory note? This is my promissory note from my corporation, and if you issue it from a trust, then you can take that into the bank and they can stamp it. It's got a dollar amount and it can credit the trust, and then the trust can finance something for your business. You're operating a bank, but you can't do this until you get the right businesses structured in order to do this. So everybody wants to do this first, but you got to do this other stuff first. You got to have a bank account in order to do it, and you got to have a relationship with a bank. I mean, if you just go in with a promissory note for $1 million to go buy something, and it's not serving an actual purpose for a business, then you might get yourself in trouble. So we don't want that to happen, of course. So if I have a business like Junior, he has car rental and stuff, and if he had a promissory note where he wanted to go buy a new car and he did it from his LLC and his trust, that's a contract agreement, which is a promise to repay it in the future. Then if he draws it up right, then he can take that to the bank and deposit it, credit the trust account, and now his trust is financing something for his public business that's going out and using it to operate, to create commerce, because that's what they want you to do, is create commerce.
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
Now, I also have an unincorporated association. Could I connect that unincorporated association into the revocable living trust?
What do you think?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm asking.
Yes, you can do anything. All you got to do is draw up a contract, have it signed and notarized, and then if anybody ever asks, say, I got a private contract. Where's your paper? I got mine.
Got you.
I mean, that's a private contract. That means nobody else knew about it. So you don't have to go out and tell anybody about it. Like me, I keep all my documents stored in my head because they're revocable, aren't they? So if somebody come up and ask me about something that's private trust agreement, I'm sworn to secrecy, man. I can't tell you that. And if they say, well, do you have it documented? I can't show you that. It's at home. Isn't that private? That's as private as you can get.
That's what it is.
I mean, that's really it. I mean, your word is your bond. Words are spoken. So when you learn how to speak them, you don't need the paper anymore because you can just tell them, oh, no, I'm sorry, that's private. Oh, I'm sorry, you must not have known. That's private. You need some paper. If you need some paper, I'll go home and write it up right quick and sign it, notarize it, bring it back. Oh, here you go. I had this at home. I need 3 days to get it, though. I'm slow. I'm old. Don't you see this gray? I'm old. It's going to take me a few days. I walk slow.
It's 3-day rule.
And according to the trust fee schedule, this is how much it's going to cost for me to do all of that.
What do you mean, as far as setting up a trust?
No, you were saying as far as someone asking you for your private documents or the such, just asking.
They can ask.
That's what the court does.
That's what they're doing. They're asking.
The court charges for docket sheets.
Yeah,
copies of the record.
Yeah, they charge for everything. When they give you a speeding ticket, they give you a ticket to a show. The price is down at the bottom for general admission to come in there and watch and be part of it. But the charges is up above it, and they don't put no dollar amount on it. So that means you get to assess the taxes on that. So that's what I do to them. I assess the tax. I think that ticket is about $5,000. That's what it looks like to me.
I get an invoice from me.
Well, that is the invoice. I send my invoices to the IRS.
Yeah. You don't send them to the court. You send them to the IRS.
Yes, send it to the IRS.
Exactly. Exactly.
What did I do?
Come to you, say, for instance, okay, I got a speeding ticket. I haven't addressed it. So what should I do? What's your opinion?
Learn how to file taxes. It's death and taxes. So, I mean, like on mine, I did a 1099-A for $5,000 to the court. I put their EIN number on it. And then I did a 1099-B to pay it. And I just sent them a copy of it.
What's your charge?
I'm not going.
For me?
Yeah, what's your charge?
He allegedly said I was speeding.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
See, once you know how to do the taxes, I'll be happy. Hey, man, write me 2 tickets. You got any more? You got some more paper in there? Write me some more tickets. I'm going to file on taxes to get it back.
You got my heart, so I'm illegal.
Huh?
I didn't sign the ticket because I refused to sign it. So he put COVID on the bottom of it. Where it says my signature.
You should have signed it. He was trying to give you money. That's what they did when they told me today. I just did the tax forms.
Signatures are receipts.
That's right. They give you the receipt.
That's the credit.
Yeah, look at your ticket, and down at the bottom it'll show the court cost. That's how much it costs to go into court and play. Because they in a court, they're gonna play a game, a paper game, and their game is rigged. Because the house always wins, don't it? So that's why we don't ever go in there. We just do the taxes. If they,
So don't
I mean,
respond, don't do anything, don't send no affidavits or nothing.
No,
I didn't.
No.
I just send the taxes. I mean, that's what they said, death and taxes. Well, I did my taxes.
They have my fee schedule on notice. I add my time for administrative too.
We got to liven it up. I seen Jamie yawning. She's saying we're putting her to sleep.
Check the chat.
Kick her chair, kick her chair, kick her chair. Check the chat box.
Don Kalam, Word is Bond, right? Take a look at that book.
Word is bond. My word is my bond. I ain't got to write on a piece of paper.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, man.
You know, it's funny when you was talking about everything private, because that's what they do. They redact information from you.
Yeah, isn't that what they do?
You know, they be reading them transcripts. Oh, redacted. It's private. So
yeah.
it's the same game.
They're like playing secrets. Let's keep our secrets.
It's a voluntary system. It's private.
I can't keep no secret. I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna try to get everybody doing it.
That's what Yeshua did, right? When he healed the blind man, he said, "All right, don't go tell nobody." And he went to go tell everybody.
Yeah. Yep. He was my cousin, man. He didn't like to talk that much. I like to talk a lot. Yeah, I mean, I try to joke around and stuff with it, but that's the way that you should be whenever you go in and stuff, is talk to the people at the bank and stuff. That's your local people and stuff that's around, so it would be good to have a good relationship with somebody at the bank, because that's who you're going to go in on a regular basis, depositing money and stuff like that, so get to know them. You'll probably find somebody that you'll actually become a friend with, and you're kind of getting on around town, so you don't feel like you're doing anything sketchy. Don't walk in the bank with a trench coat on, jacket all tied up, peeking around the corner. Y'all know anything about securities? I just walk in and start talking to them. They tell me everything. You got to try it. It's really fun. Isn't it, Don?
Yes.
Does anybody else got any questions? Don's. Is somebody talking in the background? I can't hardly hear him.
Oh, all right.
Sound like somebody on the phone. I heard him saying power of attorney. I got my own power of attorney. It's my big mouth.
I'm an attorney in fact.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Really, what I would do is I would file like a Form 56 or a Form 56F.
There you go.
There you go. Just learn the tax forms and stuff that you can use, because you can use them to your benefit if you learn how to use them. You'd be surprised at how much you'll like the IRS. They really have a lot of
publications are your friend.
Yeah, it's a little confusing at first, like it is. Do a couple things first, like with the 1099A and the 1099B on some inexpensive things, so you get comfortable with it. I mean, the first 1099 that I filed was for my house. So, I mean, I went ahead and got that out of the way first. But I'm not telling you to do that if you're not comfortable with it. I mean, I did the 1099 OID and the 1099B, and then I had the mortgage company to switch it over, and they didn't want to switch it over because I was putting it in my name of my trust, but I'd already filed my quitclaim deed, and the original mortgage company and stuff they hadn't released the security interest in the deed that they had on file in the county recorder's office. So I had to send my trust documents and stuff to them, and of course a letter telling them to release the security interest in it because they didn't hold the note any longer. So that was the first time that I ever done that stuff with my house, but that's the stuff that I learned, because before that I couldn't have explained it like I just did. But you may not be quite ready to do that yet, so you start with something a little bit smaller, get comfortable with it. Switch a bill over, a power bill over, or switch a water bill over, or something like that, and go and deposit that into an account, and then you see that it works, and then you'll start getting some momentum with everything. I mean, you'd be surprised that people sending you money all over the place. It's just you don't know how to accept it. And so it's the opposite of everything. Because just imagine what all your friends are going to say whenever you say, hey, you know, I got my power bill in, man. I went down to the bank and I deposited it. They're either going to say you're going to jail or either you're performing miracles. So, but I mean, it really does work. I just stuck it out there so everybody could see that it actually worked. But I mean, y'all all can do the exact same thing. You just got to try it. It's very self-satisfying. You'll really like it. Won't they, Don?
Yes, that's right.
Any more questions? Got you thinking? Y'all gonna be up all night, ain't you?
So with the 1099, do you do that process online?
Yep.
Yes. Don't send a 1099 to the CEO. Do you send a 1099 to the IRS, and they're going to send a copy of it? If I was the CEO of some of these companies with all the paperwork people are sending them, I can tell you, I would be sitting up there and I would look and be like, look at all the stuff this guy wrote on this. I'm going to pay this one for him because he's going to go tell everybody else that you got to write all this crazy stuff on this paper and send it to me to get it paid because they don't know how to handle where to send their taxes. If it sounds crazy, it probably is. And, you know, I get a lot of people asking me about free mail, how to get free mail. Now, I'm going to tell you my opinion on that because I've been running a business for a long time. I've never spent so much money in mail that I couldn't eat. I write it off, and then I file the taxes at the end of the year because I'm sure there's ways to do it. But for me, it's just not relevant right now to do it, so I'm not spending a lot of time on that. I'm trying to learn some of the other stuff. And then you can learn more things as you go along and then implement all those things together. But you got to start somewhere on something. I just figured the bank is the easiest place to start because we're dealing with money. So I just went to the bank first. And it took me a while before I ever did too. I sat around studying things for a long time. I said, you know, sooner or later I got to go out here and do something. Has anybody else got any other questions or anything they ran into?
Bills of credit.
Let me turn it back over to my host today, Don Kalam.
Is everybody good? We covered everybody's bills of credit. I need you to understand, man, you're doing it wrong. It's monopoly. It's a gift certificate. Let us know if you have any more questions. Check the chat. I'll put some books in the chat. Now I'm going to turn this recording off. I appreciate y'all. But make sure you drop a donation. You find this information value. The Cash App is Gifted Guardians. Gifted Guardians.
They say the bar exam, you know, you got to cross the bar. They say you got to have a license to practice law. It's not a license that you got to have to practice law. I mean, so they say that you got to cross the bar and come into their court. It's a courtroom. Mm-hmm. When you go and play on a court, don't you play basketball or tennis on a court? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why they say you're playing ball in their court. Because the public side is their court that you're playing in. But whenever you do it on the private side, you don't have to go in there. And that's whenever you're operating from a ministry and you can file the taxes. Because if they're operating a ministry trust and you're operating a ministry trust, wouldn't you say that y'all are equals?
Very
and
equal.
All men are created equal, so it levels the playing field. And they try to put stuff in there to make people worry. Like somebody texted me today and was asking about where I think Biden had put something in some laws about the some new trust stuff or alter ego doctrine. Well, if they say, well, it's alter ego. Well, you know what you're doing, Judge? That's what they're doing. They're running a ministry trust using it as an alter ego. Well, if you're doing it, why can't I do it?
Business fast. Bring you into it. So you don't bring me, I'm gonna bring you into it. Doing business as such and such.
Yeah, and who owns a bank? A man or woman? So if a man or woman can own a bank, you can own a bank. They call them trusts.
Right.
That's what you're. That's what you're doing. Is if a trust can is a bank, and you go into the bank and they charge your Social Security number, and you've got a bank or a trust, what do you think you can do? Your trust needs an employee, doesn't it? Well, that employee that's got a Social Security number would be a good employee to have, since you can charge that number. So put that little devil to work for you. Look at Don over here, looking like $1 million worth of game. He hit second gear. He hit the record button. He had to put his shades on. Y'all ready?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. They said I look like the light skinned Louis Farrakhan and Johnny Cochran with the glasses. Just want to shout out, man. I wore the Louis. These ain't Louis. These are Versace. I wore the Versace today, the Orlando event. Huh? Oh, they in the room. I got shoes with a gold tip. You know, we stepping the game up, man. I'm coming through, man. My wardrobe, I'm coming through. The wardrobe gonna be more than most of y'all's paycheck every week. Don't be mad at me. I got this from the church. The church gifted me these things because they said a guardian needs to be sharp. You know, you need to be. You know, you look at this. Is what I'm saying. If you look at JB Ernest, who will be part of their church? They be looking good. Listen, I don't want you come to my church looking bummy. If you need some clothes, we'll get you together, man. We'll get you together. I get you a gift card. You know what I'm saying? If you're part of my membership, I get you a gift card. We're going to figure it out. Even if you just got to rock one suit for a whole week, that's what you got to do, man. Especially if it's a $5,000 suit. You better wear it all week. You know? So that's how we rock it, man. That's how we rock it, man. So I just want you to know every king needs royal robes, man.
Divine royalty.
Yes, yes. Church of Prosperity, man. You know, Jason does his thing, but he dresses up nice, man. You know, but I want y'all to know, most of the millionaires I know, they don't be dressing up. They look like bums.
I promise, honey.
Hey, I was just telling Jason.
Not even.
One of my close friends owns a restaurant. Hey, one of my close friends, he's worth about $20 million. He owns a restaurant, and he literally wears the clothes that his worker wears. That's what he wears every day. The same clothes his workers wear at the restaurant.
You think Bill Gates wears those sweaters all the time?
No, 2 weeks I corrected my status.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, see, that was a status change. I went from just wearing my T-shirts and stuff in my original video to wearing a suit. So that was a status correction. I had to correct my status. That way everybody could see me that I do dress up nice sometimes instead of just jeans and a T-shirt. But I do prefer to just be in jeans and T-shirts most of the time. Now, you got to have fun with this stuff too, and stop worrying so much about a lot of it, and because you're going to learn stuff along the way. So you'll be fine. Everybody will.
Really? And then tell them about our first podcast that we did last night. Like we had a famous person do it. So. Oh
yeah, man, that podcast was awesome. We just we didn't even have it scripted or anything. I just felt like I was sitting there talking to Don back and forth. But the facility was awesome. They had one room set up. It was like a newsroom, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were thinking about making Nolan to let him do the weather for us.
He's worked for Pixel. He's worked for Pixel.
Pixel, the History Channel, Discovery.
History Channel.
Yeah, y'all should have seen this guy's place. I mean, it was detailed. It was really nice, clean. Everything looked nice, nice equipment. I was impressed with it. It was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, we're gonna interview Ernest and Jamie. That's what we
Wait.
need to interview.
Here, you need to
Yep.
switch.
Y'all gonna be doing that regularly, the podcasting?
Yeah, so we did our first podcast last night. So literally, I got connections in the entertainment industry. So I'm looking to take it to Netflix too. We're doing something with it. We're recording the November 11th event. In March, we believe it's going to be March 16th and 17th. We're doing a 2-day seminar at a real studio, a television studio. It seats 180 people. So I'm taking this to the next level. You know, I'm investing everything that comes back to me. I'm reinvesting. Backstage camera crew. We're going to be documenting backstage. I literally have contracts with everybody. I'm just working on one with Netflix now. I need to get in with Netflix, but I'm with Tubi, Amazon, Hulu. I got contracts with everybody. And starting in December, you have to be a private member to help us with our movie. We're working on a movie. We're redoing The Wizard of Oz. We're doing a modern version of The Wizard of Oz. So we got the soundtracks. I got everything, man. I got the camera crews.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I would love it for y'all to help me and be part of this. So
I would love to. I remember. Was it Red? Was it Red too?
Red?
No, Sin City.
No,
Sin
Sin
City.
City.
I actually got a chance to be on a movie. A long time ago, it was Sin City 2. But at the time, I was real heavy into my spirituality, and they told me it was gonna be a rated R movie. I was like, oh, nah.
Then you had to cancel his part.
I'm not. PG-13 at the most. I don't want this to be no rated R movie.
No. I mean, I'm not saying you should.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I understand. But I feel like this is. So for I just want you to know, I love bringing my message to people. But no, I hear you. But I love bringing my message to people, and it makes me feel better doing it through my music and my movies. So I might do a cameo in the movie. I'm not sure, but it's not. It's not about me acting. I'm not worried about. I'm not acting. But it was a pleasure. My first podcast, we did it big. So we went to a real television studio place, and he just so happened to work with Disney, Pixel Studios, Discovery Channel, History Channel. He's somebody that's really connected in the game. He said we did a great job. It was unbelievable that a lot of stuff that we teach he already knew. So that was amazing.
Yeah, congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. And all this, as soon as we decided, it came together because everybody knows I've been trying to get away from the public. It stresses me out. It really does, but that was my main bread and butter. All right, Jason's gonna show you. You gonna have to.
Oh, I like that. I did. I saw the picture whenever you posted it, and I was like, look at him. He's moving on up.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was just one room. Look at it. Check out this room. That's where Nolan's gonna do the weather. There's his green screen. We got Chief Amir couch over here to the side. This is the back room where they do the edits in their offices.
Even the back is nice.
Oh, they had a little sound room in the back. What do they call that back room? You said Nolan would like it. It's like a little booth or something.
Oh yeah, they got a voiceover booth.
Voiceover booth. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice.
So now you know what to replicate for the land whenever you make your own little Hollywood studio.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna let them do it, girl. We celebrities. Yeah, they just take care of it.
He's interested in doing the course. He's interested in the course, so you have to do it
Yeah.
on your own.
Yeah, we got him interested in helping him structure his business and everything too. He might be a private member before long.
See, that's networking right there.
I mean, he's got a business, so I thought everybody's got a business. Be trying to tell them. Let me show you how you can structure your business around a ministry trust. Maybe an unincorporated association. I know a lot of people that like subcontractors and people that own their businesses and stuff that have no idea about any of this stuff, just like a lot of us, or even myself. So there's still a lot of people out there that don't understand all this information, but you can look it up and tell that it's legit. It's just we don't know that much about it, so it feels like you're doing something different. It's different than what you've always done before, but it's actually the way that we're supposed to be operating.
Yeah.
But as long as everybody that's on TV keeps giving us all this gossip about assuming stuff about everybody, you never start to talk to your government or officials or anything to establish a relationship between them, you and them. Because if you just call up the IRS and say, hey, this is my name and social security number, I need to do my taxes, do they know who they're talking to? And the way that you let them know who you are is you do a power of attorney with the IRS, and then you've got a document telling them who you are, so they know that you can speak for that name and number.
Tell them put Orlando event on their vision board.
Orlando event on the vision board? Yeah, put our Orlando event on your board.
Vision board. We want
on your
you
vision
to
board.
speak it.
Yeah. Y'all wanna get up there and speak?
Yeah, of course.
We will. We'll call you up to the stage.
Okay.
I will cover your stay.
Okay.
Yeah, you should come.
What date is it?
We'll give you the specifics, but we're shooting for the 16th and 17th.
Oh, of March, right?
Is that Orlando?
March.
Oh yeah, that's a big event there. Yeah, can y'all sing? Can y'all sing?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know about singing good.
I don't know. We can. It might not be.
If you can't sing, can you drop it like it's hot?
Oh, definitely.
Well, there we go. We'll get you up on the stage doing that then.
I want testimonial, We should be able to get them from 0 to hero by March.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Y'all got to figure out what y'all are good at doing this, too, because then y'all can help other people and stuff out, too, so we could put, as you're learning how to do this, whatever stuff that you feel like you're really good at, then...
There's landowners, too,
yeah.
by the way.
Are you? You own some land?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there might be a part of it that you like that you would want to help some of the other members and stuff out with, too. That way we can have the service that we all are doing already and help each other out.
I like that aspect of it.
Well, that's really what we're doing, because Don can't do it all. So, we're talking to Craig today, and he does the ministry trust. So we're like, hey, let's put that on the site so people, if they want to get one set up, they could just go right to Craig, and then, he can help you get through and do it. Because otherwise, it's a lot on one person. Me just taking phone calls the last 2 weeks. I mean, I was talking to somebody one day, and I was up underneath the sink changing a faucet as I was talking to them on the phone. And they're like, are you at work? And I was like, well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just talking, really. I know the information and stuff, so I can explain it while I'm talking to somebody, or still working. One day I was on the tractor. I had to shut it off so I could hear who I was talking to. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a plumbing and heating and air contractor. If I can learn all this stuff, y'all ought to be able to. It's not hard.
No, but
I don't know. I did AC work for a little bit. It's pretty complicated.
I did heating and air, too.
I wish you were artist. Bro, listen, the way you look, you just need to be set back collecting checks, bro.
Yeah.
You too. No, listen, no homo. You too handsome to be doing anything manual.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jamie likes my soft hands, So.
I know that's right.
Oh, it's going from rated G up a little notch right now.
PG-13?
That's right.
He's ready.
We get to rated R, I have to break the Speedo out, but they ain't ready for that.
It's those late night calls. That's what it is. Those mentee late night calls.
That's right. Look, that's what I tell everybody. I tell my wife, I said, look, I woke up looking this good, baby. Look at that.
I like that positive affirmation.
She's lucky to have me.
Hey, you are right. You have to continue with it every single day. She needs to hear it every day. When she doesn't, then she's going to know something's wrong.
Your mic just cut off. Did you say that I was crazy in the head or something?
No, I say.
You got to have some fun at some of these meetings and stuff too. Not make everything so serious all the time. So y'all got to laugh at some of this stuff too.
That's true.
If you make it fun and stuff, it's not so bad. It doesn't feel like you're so worried about anything.
Well, you retain more of your information whenever you're in a positive, mindset. Happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd much rather do this and be happy about how I do it. I'm happy whenever I send the court a 1099. Thank you, man. I'm gonna get to file their taxes at the end of the year and get paid for that. Thank you, policeman, for writing me a ticket. You got some more papers so you can write another one?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Starting to get a little fun.
What's that?
I said when you're learning, I said some things start to get a little fun. They used to be scary or you're like stressing about.
They really do.
They're fun. She's fun for an hour.
They are. It's fun because then you start to look at things differently. Like today, I got my truck towed. I could have been mad and cussed them out and everything else because they took my truck and everything, but I was like, nah, I'm going to show everybody in the class how to file the taxes on it. I mean, I pulled the EIN number up right then and did the 1099 A and B right there on the computer to show everybody and submitted it to the IRS. I mean, so I did it right then. Now, at the end of the year, I get that tax return. So I got paid for them towing my truck. I told you I was a celebrity. They wanted to see me so bad they had to tow my truck to get me outside.
You haven't been through arbitration with that repo, have you?
What's that?
You hadn't been through arbitration with that repo, have you?
It wasn't a repo.
No, it wasn't a repo. I just parked in the wrong place.
Oh, I thought you said repo. Okay, my apologies.
No, they know better than repo my truck.
I know, right?
They run the tag and be like, this is Jason's truck. I better leave that thing alone.
Girl, we deposit our bills.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, if you're in a situation with a repo and stuff like that, that's a little bit different situation to deal with, too. If we can keep from getting you in those situations and just paying the taxes and stuff like that like you should, or filing the right forms and everything, then you don't have to worry about those situations because you won't be in them.
Exactly. I don't know why I thought you said, when you said something about a tow, I don't know why I thought you meant a repo. My apologies, because, if you get a repo, they are actually unlawfully, they're doing Grand Theft Auto, actually. Say arbitration, usually they'll drop it real quick, but that's a whole nother thing, yeah. My apologies.
They are doing that, but they don't know that they're doing it.
Exactly.
A lot of the business, like the people that towed my truck today, that's what they've been taught, how they're supposed to go out and make a living. So I don't really have to hold it against them. That's what they're trying to do to make a living. I didn't know before, like whenever I went out, if I charged you to do a plumbing or heating and air job, that there was other ways that you can handle those financial situations. So, I mean, you really should pay the bills and then either do the taxes or get your trust set up to where you can deposit them. And see, then you're doing things right so you don't run into those situations. But a lot of people have got a lot of information that they've heard out there on the internet and everything that may or may not be accurate. It's not to say some of the things won't work, but it might be a lot harder way to do something. So there's always an easier way to do things, and I just assume take the easier path and then not have to deal with any of those situations. And whenever you do, if you ran into some of those situations, you'll know how to handle them the right way. And you might have a good reputation around town with a lot of people around that they would help you get out of a situation like that. I've got a friend
I had a friend a couple of days ago had a repo, and I was kind of like, I asked him, like, why did you reach out to me? Because, that could have, like you said, with different tax forms and other things, that could have been well taken care of and prevented. But yeah, that's how I got off on that subject. My apologies. But yeah, I don't.
Oh no, that's fine. That's good for somebody to hear because if you can keep from getting in one of those situations, it's easier to deal with the situation before that happens. But I understand some people do get in that situation, and you've had people out here all online telling people to go buy something with a tax form, and it's just causing a lot of problems and a lot more confusion for people when it's not as difficult as everybody makes it out.
To be exactly.
It is, and if you think about it, if they're making money off of you having to go to court and all that stuff, I wonder if some of these people are out here telling some of this information that's getting people in trouble on purpose or not. Now, I don't know if any of them are. I think that a lot of people are probably really trying to help people understand the law and everything the way it is. But if it doesn't make much sense to you, and it's going to take up a lot of your time to learn how to do it, they're trying to waste your time. And God gave all of us so much time. You only got so much of it here, so the more they can keep you wasting it, you're never going to have a chance to really do something with your time. We just want to see how good you really are. For everybody, because everybody here's got a talent. I don't think anybody's here for the wrong reasons. And if you are, it's not my place to judge it. It's God's place to judge it. Ain't that right, Don?
Listen,
Stevie Wonder.
I tell them, listen, I help angels and demons. Just be the best one.
That's right.
Stay positive. Come in good faith. Stay positive.
Oh, yeah.
Try to do right best as you can.
Hey, I've been nice to my county recorder's office. They started being really nice and helpful to me. The lady at the bank did. Everybody has been. The lady at the courthouse. And I hadn't run into any kind of issues or anything to end up in court or anything. But everybody that I've been dealing with, I've just been nice to them. You'd be surprised at how much that actually helps. These people will help you a lot more than what you think. Because they don't know. They don't know all this information either. I mean, the girl at the bank and stuff, if you went in there, you could go in there and tell her to set your account up like Jason's, and she'd know exactly how to set it up. That's all you got to tell her. Oh, you want one like you want a sole prop like Jason's? Okay, here, I got you. She'll type it up. And she's starting to do the same thing for herself and her family. And now she's starting to look at a trust.
It's beautiful. So,
anybody else got any? Y'all got any more questions?
I got a quick question. So look, when we go into the, do we go into the bank first to open up a trust, or do we have to file it on the county first?
You can do either one.
Okay.
I mean, if you're setting up a bank account, then of course you need to go into the bank. If you're dealing with property, if you've got land or something like that in the county, then you're going to need to record a deed of trust in the county land recorder's office.
You can deposit your private contracts with the county.
Yeah.
That's for like status correction and stuff, really.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I was moving to down to Florida and I was going to buy some property in one of the counties, I would take my trust document recorded in the county, so I opened up a bank account at the land bank. And I'm opening up a trust account, and here's my operating agreement to open the account.
I like that question.
And then I'm going to go buy a piece of property and put it in there, so that's where like your quick claim deed, that's what that piece of paper is saying, that I bought this property and I'm putting it into the name of a trust.
Gotcha.
So just to open a bank account, really all you got to have is a certificate of trust and the CP 575 form from the IRS, which is that's actually a trust certificate.
There you go.
And it's got the EIN. That's the only two pieces of paper that you need to go in there to open up a trust account. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's my friend talking to y'all right now. I don't know how y'all friends talking to y'all. that's my friend talking to y'all.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, that's all you have to do. You don't have to have one done before the other or anything, but if you go into the bank and you don't have a EIN and you go in there and ask them about opening a trust account, they're going to say, oh, we need you to bring in this document, and you need an EIN.
So what you said the CP 575 was?
If you look at the CP 575 sheet that you get from the IRS, that is a trust certificate that they just gave you. And the EIN number is the account number. So if you set up a Treasury Direct account, that's the number for it. They gave you a number for a Treasury Direct account to open it with and to be able to put other assets into it. So when you open up the TDA account and then you go buy a car and you use that name and EIN number, that's a bank account number, isn't it? So where's the credit going to show up? In your TDA account.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do is just think of it like this, too. A local bank, they only insure it for like $200,000. So they don't want you to have a lot more money than that in there. So if you wanted to have a bank account that had more money in it, you would need to go to a bank that was bigger, right? So the Treasury is probably the biggest one that we have in the country. So that's a Treasury Direct account. You're gonna need a bigger account to hold all this money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm a king, so I keep my money in the Treasury. The King's Treasures.
See, I think when I think they said I had like a minor a lock on my account.
It's a minor's account. Any personal account, a personal bank account, a personal credit card account is a minor's account.
You talking about who?
What are you talking about, Treasury?
I'm talking about the TDA. So when
so you're gonna have to fill out a form.
Yeah, they probably just need you to fill out something else.
As a matter of fact, I think it's like a form 43.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you.
43 something.
Okay.
Let me get my guru on that. Hold on. Don?
I'm checking something right now. Because somebody else had that issue, I hope.
Oh, it was like a 5544.
It's a 1455. 1455 or something like that.
I don't know yet. That's too many numbers.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at math.
And that's the one you take to the bank and get the medallion stamp on it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I'll take it over.
Don says to get on the mic.
Mine is open, and is it true like the deposits are double like after 45 days maturity?
Double.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for like a while now.
Mic check.
You get single.
Hey, so I'm looking. I just helped somebody with this. And I'm looking for it, y'all.
I'll let your head cut off.
I got so many emails. So all you have to do, they're going to tell you this. This is it right here. All right.
Oh, that computer over there. Which side's my good side? Don's computer or mine?
Yes.
Yes, I like that. That's good.
I'll turn my video off. I'll turn my video off.
Thank you for the clarity.
That's why I'm here, man.
No.
Is that what I need to do, Nolan? Yes.
All right, boom. Let's see. All right, a form 5444.
Yep.
Is that what they told you at the bank that you needed, or the Treasury?
No, that's what they tell you when you lock your account. That's the form you're gonna have to file and send it to them directly.
Okay. Yeah. And I think I remember saying something about it had to be notarized with a medallion stamp.
Medallion stamp, yeah.
I did that in your bank.
Yep.
I tried to talk them into giving me one. I ain't got that good.
Yeah, when you set up your bank and get that for your bank, so you can issue them yourself. But this is the form. If y'all can see it, I'll put this in the chat.
Yep. That's the one they sent me too.
Yeah. Okay. So you know I can't make this up.
Yeah, I got that in the email from them.
Yeah, so all you're going to have to do is send that to them directly. You've been doing some shit on which you're flagged. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was.
You probably done did offset some bank accounts or some shit.
If he have his credit report to some locked too.
Mm-hmm.
I do credit repair.
Yeah, so
if you have your credit report to something locked, they will definitely send you one of those.
Just think of it like this, man. You're so famous that they want to get you to fill out some more forms. They want to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it. Shoot, man, they want me to keep coming down there giving me my signature.
But they do say in the letter that they gave, it does say that a notary public certification may be also accepted. And mail the forms to Retail Securities, P.O. Box 9150, Minneapolis, Minnesota 55480. And then give you your account number.
Oh, yeah. I had called them and got the account number. Oh, I had
Yeah. So the account's already open. They just need to verify it's you.
That's right. Yeah, see, and you probably thought that there was something, that there was an issue there with something.
And you know what? This happened, a couple of years ago.
So see, you've been waiting all this time, man, just because they want a piece of paper filled out.
Yeah, I'm wasting time. Taking other routes and other alternatives too.
It is, and I understand that. That happens with people. Because you don't really know because you had never done it before. So, that's why I say, just ask them. They'll tell you. And then, of course, if they come back and say, well, you did something wrong, well, that's what you told me to do. You must have told me wrong then. It's not my fault. Here, let me fix it.
That's true.
Yeah, if you're not trying to do anything sketchy or anything like that with it, then
you're straight.
Yeah, you're fine. And then, after you take care of this basic stuff like this in your trust account and everything, and then you want to operate anonymously, keep your name off of everything, Don definitely figured out how to do that.
Oh, yeah, with New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Using New Mexico as a holding company.
Shoot, man, he's got my house on my driver's license as Saturn. Established jurisdiction over that.
Let me say where you live, Art.
I'm from Sirius Star B.
We're going to the moon. My address is right beside Neil Armstrong's. Here's the first footprint. Mine's the second one. That's my address.
We good, everybody? We good? Nolan got to wake up in 45 minutes.
He does.
Yep.
He's cussing us both out in his head right now.
Well, I know I appreciate all of y'all. Like the information from you guys. I really appreciate it. The questions everyone has been asking, I appreciate those. It's much appreciation and gratitude, y'all.
Well, we wouldn't have nobody to talk to if you wasn't here. So we appreciate everybody that's here, too. We're trying to make y'all rich so y'all could drop a donation.
I'm trying to pull up and link up.
I'm ready. Like, when they stop playing, well, see, I got to stay positive. I'm not saying they're playing. They're getting to it. But anyway, yes, when they get to it, I'm going to get to it even bigger.
Oh, yeah. Now think about it. Tomorrow, the bank's open tomorrow. Monday through Friday, the bank's open from, 9 to 5. Most of your government facilities and stuff like that. So you need to be thinking at night what you need to do the next day so you can go get those things done. So if y'all got some bills or something tomorrow and you got a trust set up, pick one of them and call them and ask them what you need to do to switch it over into the name of your business. Now, I don't say trust whenever I'm calling to switch a bill over. So just tell them the name of your business and give them the name of your trust and the EIN number. That way you can at least get one bill out of the way.
Okay.
It might take you a day or two. They might have to send you some forms or to fill out or, something like that. So call tomorrow and find out one. These are the things that we need to be doing during the week when these places are open and we can communicate with them. And then you can take the documents home if you got to fill it out and look at them at home.
So as long as you say trust on the end of the bill.
What's the name of your trust?
Timothy Sales Law and Trust.
That's what it needs to say on your bill. When you get your piece of mail in and you look at it, that's the name that should be on the outside of it. Your name should not be on it. So y'all think about that. If your name is not on anything and you've got a separation between you and your name as a business, what are they going to come after? I don't know, nothing. I gave it all to charity. I gave it all back to God. It is. It's your charity.
Amen.
Doesn't the Bible tell you to have a personal relationship with God? That would be a good first start as establishing your own ministry, wouldn't it? Because now you're under what you think God is with you and your relationship with Him, not based off of one that somebody else has established for you.
I done got ordained.
Look at that. You ready to baptize somebody?
Me too. I be forgetting.
I want to marry somebody. Who wants to get married?
Yeah, I can marry somebody.
God ordained me.
Y'all got to turn the cameras on so y'all can see each other. We might have to get somebody married in here.
Yeah. Ernest and Jamie can always renew their vows.
Yeah. That's like a second mortgage, isn't it? After you've been married once. Like, renew. That's what that sounds like to me. Like, we got to reevaluate this thing, Sam.
That's the only thing I do cheap is marry people.
Really?
Yeah. I'm about peace and love.
Yeah, he'll marry you. I'm the divorce attorney. Sign up now. We're going to prorate it. Yeah.
And then if you're worried about divorce, losing it all, Chief Amir does gun training.
That's right.
We got you covered.
Yeah. We got you covered all the way around.
Well, you can do the marriage in the private side. Do the marriage in the private side because usually it's a public marriage. Got a marriage certificate and all that.
They'll do us part.
Yeah. Nolan is our ninja. He knows where to hide the bodies.
Straight there from the record. It's a joke.
Yeah. Is this being recorded? I'm sorry.
We're talking about legal bodies. Legal bodies.
Oh,
here.
legal. Yeah, bodies. Yes. Legal. Yeah.
He knows where to hide the paperwork because it's private.
Yeah.
Not getting nerds.
Your privacy.
That's right.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dog ate my paperwork. Now I moved up to alligators.
I know. My dog made that trust irrevocable.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
You want to end it?
Yeah, I got it.
You gonna say grace?
I'll say grace. Hey, I appreciate y'all, though. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you email giftedguardians@gmail.com. Everybody that joined the class. I'll also have a list. If you sign in with your email address, I'll make sure you get this replay and the unincorporated association documents. Much peace and love, remember prosperity is your divine birthright. Go to gifted-guardians.org. Gifted-guardians.org. Sign up. We are in Atlanta, November 11th. We talked to iHeartRadio today. They're looking to sponsor the Orlando event, and they're also looking to be there in Atlanta, iHeartRadio. So that's something major. Mr. Med can co-sign. So, they said they really want to support us.
Yeah.
So shout out to iHeartRadio. Shout out to Swisher Sweets too, because they're one of our sponsors too.
Yeah. Don's been donating to them for a while now. Time for them to give back.
Yeah, so right now we're still looking for sponsors too. But yes, and it's going down for sure. November 11th in Atlanta. I'm still looking to have more celebrity guests. We are having guests come though. We've already talked to other people. And for real, shout out to iHeartRadio, man, because that's major that they're getting behind us. Anything you want to add? Good?
I think that's it, man. I'm good.
All right.
Y'all good?
Yeah, man. To the next webinar.
We'll talk to everybody soon. Peace and love.
Peace and love, young. Peace, love, and blessings.
Peace and love.